Hello, hello everyone. It's I, Sam, aka the Free Frog. First order of business. Hello, hello. How are we all doing? Just going over audio. Everything's good. Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hope you're all having a good day. I'm having a stressful day, but a good day nevertheless. And yeah. Ooh, turn this headset down a little bit. Oh, wow. Yeah, what a day it's been. What a past couple of days it's been. And just to confirm, I did get a recording of this, but it's a pretty crappy recording. I've still got to edit it up. Do KCQ right there. We have 2 KQ kills. Yes, one was done with standard gear, and then the other one was done with my new partisan here. Brand new Keras partisan. Yes. Yeah, I figured out what it was I was doing wrong flinching. I went and I had several attempts at actually doing it, between meleeing it, ranging it, so on and so forth. And yeah, I figured out what it was I was doing wrong. And we've sorted that now. So yeah. Okay. Hopefully, I will have that recording edited up and out in the not too distant future, just so that you can kind of see what I did. What I ended up doing though is, rather than trying to do the melee range switch and having the problems with taking damage from the KQ, I ended up just flinching the entire kill. The first one took about 16 minutes, because that was the one I was recording, and I was kind of explaining the process as I went, so that took a little while. And then the second kill took a little bit, it was a little bit over 11 minutes. So, again, not fast, not super quick, not super great. I've not really got the stats or the gear to really do fast KQ kills, but I'm going to have to grind it out anyway, because I need me that dragon pickaxe. So yes, today, the Northern Slaughter Tribes. We are already here on Etcetaria, because today I'm going to be finishing up, as it says in the title, Throne of Miscellanea, and Royal Trouble, and Olaf's quest. These are 3 quests that I've had kicking around just for a day such as this, whereby, you know, we've got some hard stuff out of the way recently, and now we're just going to knock out a few light-hearted, lightweight kind of things, just to kind of give ourselves a break from all of the grinding and the bossing and all that kind of stuff that we've been doing as of late. So here are my stats as they currently stand, and yes, you'll notice I got the Void Melee Helm and all that kind of thing. As it turns out, my existing melee gear is not that far behind Void's pure damage output, so a little bit of a waste, to be honest with you, to get the Void Melee Helm, but you know, eventually I will end up getting the Elite Void top and bottom, and that will be very good for range. I don't know if it's worth my time to get the Void Mage Helm, but I'll probably end up getting that anyway. You know, I need it for the collection log slots, so that will be something I dare say I'll have to pick up in the not too distant future anyway. But yeah, I did, on the first kill of the KQ, where are we, Calphite Queen? I did get a combat task done, Kite and Penetrator. Mechanical is for +3 points. Killed the Calphite Queen while her defense was last lowered by you. So basically, you've got to hit her with some sort of special reducing her defense, or some sort of defense reducing special, I suppose I should say. Or if you can land a spell on her, I mean, good luck landing vulnerability or what have you on the Calphite Queen. Allegedly, it can be done. But yes, so you've got to do that. Ideally, in a solo instance. Both of my kills were solo. You know, I might end up doing some duos if I can get one of my group Iron Men, you know, cohorts with me. But yeah, for the time being, that's where we're at. So now that updates are out of the way, you'll notice that I'm holding this Keras partisan in the wrong position. Well, that's because I got some overrides on it. I'll turn those off for now, just so that we don't have the headache of the graphical flickering. Okay, so let's just jump straight into today's quests, shall we? Throne of Miscellanea. We're already a fair ways well, not a fair ways into this, but we've started Throne of Miscellanea. I need to negotiate peace with Etcetaria, and I need to get the prince to agree to me becoming a steward of the realm. I think I'm going to actually have to change that over to Princess Astrid instead, because of the item differences. Now, this is a quest I've done, you know, dozens and dozens of times before, and I mean dozens of times. So I'm not really going to be... I shouldn't run into too many difficulties here, fingers crossed. I shouldn't need the quest guide at all. Yeah, I'm going to go talk to Queen Sigrid here. Okay. I'm going to talk to Queen Sigrid. Okay, my textures look really dark for some reason. Hold on. Something's up. What's going on here? There we go. Okay, wonderful. That's much better. Much more readable now. Queen Sigrid says, hello. Hello, Your Majesty. Have you come for a particular reason? I'm a busy queen, you know. I had to attend to the opening of a new orphanage this morning. Yes, and this afternoon I shall be receiving the ambassador of Karamcha and accompanying him on his week-long tour of Etceteria. Alright. And then this evening we shall be putting on a grand ball. All the kingdom's nobility will be present. If I'm... Oh, who am I kidding? Nothing ever happens here. I always wanted to be a princess when I was a girl. If I'd been told it would be like this, I wouldn't have bothered. Your Majesty! Yes? Did you want something? I have been sent by King Vargas to negotiate a treaty of peace between your two great nations. Great nations? Don't make me laugh. Still, peace sounds like a nice idea. He will, of course, have to recognize Etceteria officially as a sovereign nation. This isn't already the case. Just realised I'm a little bit loud on the old microphone now. Let me just knock that down a little bit so it's not peeking out. There we go. I'm afraid not. Last time we met, I called him a pompous old fool for thinking he was still worth anything as an adventurer. He promptly declared war, claiming the land of Etceteria belonged to Miscellanea. When he realized neither of us had an army, he was ever so angry. What happened then? He set off for the Icelands to prove me wrong, and, well, I expect you saw what happened to him. I shall go ask him to officially recognize Etceteria. We're going to be doing a lot of running backwards and forwards here, because it's one of those old type of quests where, yeah, a lot of the work involved is running. I'm going to run over to the bank here real quick, and I'm going to grab out my graceful set. I might even make some super energy potions, who knows? We'll find out. Graceful, and of course it's being a pain in the bum. Because I forgot to do this. There we go, quickly change sets. There's no combat in this quest. There will be some combat later on. It's not going to be super difficult stuff though, so nothing really to worry about. But we will crack on. Let's grab this as well, just for the run restore. Put you away. I don't think I need anything else. Do I have the supplies in case I'm locked in? I don't even think there's a place to. Oh yeah, quest helper's actually on. Okay, that's good. Not even looking at it, but yes. Actually, let me just pull that up in the sidebar. There we go. All right. Yeah, cake. That's the one thing I don't have. Well, I can easily obtain cake if need be. I got the flowers. Let's see. Gold ring. I believe I've got a couple of gold rings. Yeah, there we go. And some logs. Gonna be any logs? No, it has to be regular logs. Okay. And an iron bar. Just so that I've got these supplies on me while I'm running around, so I don't have to keep coming back to the bank. Harpoon or lobster pot? Well, I'll do harpoon because I have a barb tail, so that's not a problem. And if I can get things switched over to the Princess Astrid, I need a longbow of any description. Let's have a look-see. Well, I think she can have a maple. I've got my lunar staff on me. Yep. Super energy, why not? Do I have any other super energies? No. Let's see. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Really quickly knock those out. There we go. Okay, we are fully equipped. We're actually over-equipped. We have weaponry on us, and we don't need it. Oh, I should point out that, unlike last stream, I did remember to set the latency back to fast, or low latency. So when your messages come through in chat, I will see them immediately. If you've got any questions about this game, or any of the games I have played or will be playing in the future, you can ask them live, or you can leave me a comment if you are listening in the future. I'll get a notification when they come through, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Don't forget that you can also include timestamps about particular stuff that I get up to in this video if you'd like to make particular reference to it. Okay, let's go talk to the king. Talk to King Vargas, who is a Yeti. Your Majesty. How are we getting on, Balin Drapari? Have you talked to Queen Sigrid of Etceteria? I have, Your Majesty. She says she will agree to a peace as long as Miscellanea recognizes Etceteria as a sovereign nation. You can tell her I'll officially recognize her country as soon as she changes the Etceterian national anthem. Why is that, Your Majesty? It's insulting. The title alone, "You're stupid, we're the best," should be enough to give you an idea. I'm sure I can convince her there are better anthems. I want to earn Princess Astrid's approval instead. Yes. Okay. Good luck. Okay. Let's go win the heart of a fair maiden. Who's good with bows? Good day, sir. Good day, Your Royal Highness. As I'm sure you were aware, your father, the king, is asking... Hold on, I'm going to sneeze real quick. Whew. Okay. As I'm sure you're aware, your father, the king, is seeking someone to rule the kingdom in his stead. I have put myself forward, but in order for me to become ruler, you have to earn my approval. Yes, Your Royal Highness. You realize, I hope, that many have tried to impress me. I take it you are not especially inspired by any of them. That is true. However, I am willing to give you a chance. If you impress me enough, I will consider trusting you as our regent. Okay, so what it used to be is you used to actually have to marry into the royal family. Oh. But I guess they've changed it. For one reason or another. Fair enough. Let me just take care of that real quick. Move this off to one side. Sorry, I've got a lot of things all over my desk at the moment. I've been very preoccupied today. Okay. I'm going to talk to her a few times. What do you think of Advisor Grimm? He's a bit scary sometimes, but he's always so nice to me. When I was young, I called him Uncle Grimm. He's been very helpful. Yes, my father made a wise decision when he chose him to be his advisor. Talk to her again. So, tell me about all these other admirers you have. They never cease to bother me. They swarm around me like flies, all hoping to win my attention. Perhaps I should use them for target practice. I can hold them still for you if you like. How do you know I wouldn't hit you as well? I have confidence in your skills, Your Royal Highness. And this maple longbow I'm going to give you later. So you practice archery. I see you have a bow mounted on your wall. Yes, my father thinks that it is a cowardly art, but I find there is just as much courage and more skill involved in going into combat with just a bow and quiver. What do you think? Archery is a noble art. I'm so glad you agree. Good day, sir. Good day, Your Royal Highness. Okay, so, Use some flowers on her. Are these for me? Really? Yes. Of course, Your Royal Highness. Thank you. They're lovely. They should be. They're made of mithril. Alright. Dance in Princess Astrid's room. Yeah, I forget the order of this thing, so it's actually kind of lucky that I got Quest Helper up on the side here, because I would have completely forgotten. Impressive. I like someone who knows how to dance. Well, I don't know about knows how to. Keep talking. You're a perhaps more interesting person than I first took you for, sir. Oh, but I realize you've not yet told me your name. My name is Balim Draper. Oh, I'm not quite sure how that's... Is that... It's too small for me to see. Draper, Your Highness. Then may I call you Balim Draper, sir? If I may call you Astrid, Your Royal Highness. You may call me Princess. Very well, Princess. So, what's the history of these islands? Well, nothing very exciting ever happened until my father declared war on Etceteria. And why did he do that? Queen Sigrid of Etceteria insulted him. What happened next? He realized that neither of us have an army. What would you do if you ruled the kingdom? Very little. It's not as if there's much to it. I might try to set up trade with the other islands. That sounds like a good idea. Thank you. Oh, keep talking. So, why are you interested in archery? I'm not sure. Even when I was little, archery always fascinated me. I'm quite fond of it myself. It's good to know someone who shares my interests. Good day, Balim. Good day, Princess. Okay, now we should be able to give her the... I think it's the bow. Yeah, it is, yeah. Is this for me? Really? Yes. Of course, Princess. Thank you. It's lovely. Keep talking to her. I must admit I'm growing quite fond of you, Balim. My, could it be that I have succeeded where so many before me have failed and finally earned the trust of the princess? Not yet, my dear. Let us just say that you have made it onto the shortlist. So, my dear, what do you think of Miscellanea? It's a lovely little country. I'm glad you like it. Do you go into battle very often? Not often, no. I sometimes go hunting. I suppose you don't have much opportunity to. Exactly. Perhaps you could take me with you sometime, dear. What do you think of your brother? We don't always get along, but I'm sure he's a nice guy at heart. And what a great bard he makes. Oh yes, quite the bard he is. Hello, dear. Hello, my princess. Okay, that is the key to say... Where are we? It's Bloodkiss. My, aren't you quite the charmer? Use the ring on Astrid. Is this for me? Really? Yes. Yes, a gift fit for my princess. Would you like to ask Princess Astrid to marry? Oh, okay, we do still ask her to marry you. Princess Astrid, will you marry me? Oh, my dear, I thought you'd never ask. Of course I'll marry you. We'll have to put off the actual ceremony until we can find a priest, but you can tell my father I have agreed to marry you. Okay. Yeah, it's really that easy in real life as well, guys. You should try that sometime, you know. 3 dates, couple of gifts, marriage. Easy. Hello there, Big Dave. How are you doing today, sir? You having a good day, I hope? Appreciate that I'm a little earlier than usual today, but no, good to see a couple of you, you know, popping in. Yes. There is actually a bit of method to my madness tonight, for being a little earlier than usual. There's been an update for a game that Eve, myself, and our mutual friend Reaper play, as well as some of my family actually. And it's not a huge update. It's the game is once human, So yes, so I wanted to get on and stream for you guys and hopefully be entertaining and all that kind of good stuff, so that I can get that update going in the background. And then, you know, tomorrow, when I'm finished with everything, with the day's activities, I can settle down and play some of that with some friends as well. I also want to test to see if they've fixed it well enough to be able to stream it on Linux. I have been considering streaming it. It won't be part of a regular series or anything like that, but you know, if there's ever a day where you know, I don't know, say I wanted to take a day off Scape or something like that, I could stream something like that. I think that could be fun. Dave says, doing good, just got home from work. Good stuff, man, good stuff. All right, so we can talk. Okay, let me see. So we need to go and talk to Queen Sigrid now. Yeah, so as regards to Once Human, it was running passably for a good while. Then they made some changes, which meant that I had to change down the version of Proton that I was using in order to be able to continue playing without it producing a memory leak. And then they changed something to stop that version from working altogether. I think it's actually some of the anti-cheat stuff that they added in just won't run on Proton 7. So I'm hoping that they've made some changes to allow me to play it again without having to use the memory leaky version. But we'll see. We will see. Talk to Queen Sigrid. Hello, have you talked to Vargas yet? I have, Your Majesty. He says he will recognize the country when you change your anthem. What? But it's a great anthem. I composed it myself. Listen. You're stupid, we're the best, as a terrier beats the rest, and Queen Sigrid is very pretty, King Vargas is a fool, hey nanny nanny. I'm afraid he insisted, Your Majesty. Well, it can't be helped, I suppose. You'll have to find a bard to write a new one, though, and there isn't a bard to be had for love nor money in Etzeteria. I'll see what I can do, Your Majesty. Well, speaking of bards, let's go talk to Prince Bran, shall we? Be very careful not to steal anything from the shops here, or the stalls here. It just makes life harder later on. So, you know, if you're aware of the way Iron Man works in this, and you're aware of the way that the Kingdom of Miscellanea works, you might be asking, Sam, why, for the love of God, do you have 275 quest points? Why have you completed 146 of the 169 quests that are in the game? Why have you gotten to the, you know, 1627 total level that you're at, and not unlocked the kingdom much earlier? Would it not have been prudent, frugal in fact, to unlock the kingdom much earlier on, so that, you know, you could get herbs and logs and bird's nest? And my answer to that series of questions can basically be summed up in one line: shut up. Yeah, it's one of them. I've done this quest so many times, and it is incredibly useful, but you have to keep funneling money into the kingdom in order to pay for those supplies that you can get. And I haven't wanted to have to earn the 2 million every month or so to keep the kingdom, you know, optimized, really. And yeah, that's basically what it boils down to. Shady says, hello and welcome to Movie Phone. Movie Phone. I think I know what you're referencing there. I think I've heard that before, Shady, but I can't recall precisely off the top of my head. Right, let's talk. But yes, how are you doing, sir? It's good to see you. Have you had a good 3-4 hours since last we spoke? I hope so. Alright, let's talk to Prince Brand. I need someone to compose a new anthem for Etzeteria. You come to the right bard. I'll write one for you immediately. You can take your time, really. No problem. I'm already done. Here, listen. It's Eteria. Oh, what a great country it is. It's Eteria, so I wrote a song about it. It's somewhere in the sea, and it looks very nice. If it weren't for your ancestors, it wouldn't be there at all. And when things aren't going too well, we sing this lovely song. And then we'll all feel so much better. It won't take very long. Here's a copy. You can keep it. That's lovely. Thanks. Don't mention it, sir. Yeah, it's called An Awful Anthem, and it is. Let's go talk to Advisor Grimm, because I believe he is the guy we talked to get this fixed up. Greetings, sir. I got Prince Bran to compose a new Exeterian anthem for me, but it's awful. Oh dear. Well, that is only to be expected. May I see it, please? Here you go. Yes. Allow me to make a few minor adjustments. There you go, sir. Are there any other matters in which I may be of assistance? No, that's pretty much it. Good anthem. I'm going to take this over to the Queen. Shady says, I'm okay, going a bit nuts from family, but otherwise good. Man, tell me about it. I've been having one of those days today. Scratch that, I've been having one of those months. What can we actually buy from here? Okay, a good selection of things. Does that restock the moment that we... It does not, okay. I was going to say, because I pick a lot of my own potatoes and then bag them up. Onions too, for that matter, for making mushroom and onion potatoes, which are equivalent to sharks. I can also make tuna sweet corn potatoes, relatively reliably, which are equivalent to manta ray. Yeah, I use those when I need, you know, the big heels. But they're rather time-consuming to go out and gather all the materials to make them with, because I need potato, I need potatoes, I need butter, I need onions, I need mushrooms. Mushrooms I have to grow. Although I can chop them from Sully Shep, actually, come think of it. But yeah, so I need those four, you know, vegetable and fungus ingredients. Then I've got to cook the lot. Milk cows and all that kind of thing if I can't purchase butter from the RFD chest, if I've, you know, timed it out, that sort of thing. Right, let's talk to Queen Sigrid. And yeah, it's very time consuming, so I'm always looking to speed up that process. Very, very good food. And because of the lower cooking requirement, I don't burn them. So yeah, it's kind of nice. Alright, hello, have you found a new anthem yet? Yes, Your Majesty. Let's see now. Etceteria, of our country we are proud. Etceteria, let all sing its name out loud. Rising high above the water, the jewel of the north. Our mothers and our fathers to build this land came forth. And in the times of darkness, sing praises of our land. And in our hearts we can be sure a victory is at hand. Why, this is quite good. I'm surprised. Here is a treaty declaring what we've mutually agreed to. I've already signed, so all it needs is King Varga's signature, and it'll be official. Very well. Do they share the exact same stock? Probably, right? Oh, what does the fishmonger sell? Sorry, it's just while I'm in passing here. Yeah, they don't sell very much, but they will buy pretty much all forms of raw fish. All of the most common raw fish. How much are these worth? And they contain what? 100 feathers each. Okay. Yeah, it's been quite a while since I was last here. So I forget what's actually in these shops. It's always worth checking, because, yeah, there are some things that we Iron Men need in spades, and yeah, we can't always obtain them easily outside of shops. Don't worry, those aren't my herbs. coal rocks there, yep. As you can see, this is, yeah, very, very old content. Alright, create the greengrocer. Now I genuinely don't know. Can't remember if this... I'll find that out. I'll find that out. I think they probably do use the same stock. Talk to King Vargas. Your Majesty. How are you getting on, Balin Draper? Have you convinced Sigrid yet? I have a treaty here waiting your signature. I doubt I will be able to hold an ordinary pen well enough to sign the treaty. You will have to find a pen large enough for me to hold. Okay. I think we're going to talk to Grim here. Greetings, sir. No, okay. I'm gonna go do then. I remember where the guy is. He's over at the coal mine. He's the guy that we hand the coal into, I'm fairly sure. And he will take our logs and our iron bar, and he'll make a giant pen for us. Yes, you heard that right. We're going to make a giant pen so that a Yeti King can sign an agreement. He's not supposed to be a Yeti. He just is one. Oh no, it's mine and Magnus that we hand the coal into. So it will be... There he is, Derek. Derek, you are a smith.
Good day, sir. Can I help you with anything?
I have a slightly strange request. The king needs to sign a treaty but is unable to because he lacks a pen large enough for him to hold. Could you make me a nib of the right size?
I may be able to manage that. What sort of size?
About the size of a helm should do it.
All right, but I'll need an iron bar to make it from.
I have one here.
Good. Just a minute. There you go. One giant pen nib.
So we have... I dropped that. Yeah. It's a huge pen. Okay. Talk to the king again. Your Majesty.
How are you getting on, Balin? Have you found me a pen yet?
Here it is, Your Majesty.
Excellent. And now, with a flourish, I sign the end of the rivalry between our two proud nations. Now, how's it going with my daughter? Will she accept you as regent?
She will, Your Majesty.
Excellent, excellent. Grim tells me of the population is not yet very supportive of the idea of having you as ruler. You should try to gain their support.
Talk to Grim.
Greetings, sir.
How do I gain the support of the population?
King Vargas would often go and help out the subjects in their daily tasks, when he was still able to do so, and they loved him dearly for it. Currently, 25% of the population supports you. You will need 75% of the population in your support in order to become regent.
75% it is. Okay. Excuse me. So I think, like, raking and hopping, like raking the patches there and hopping is the absolute fastest way. But let's do this the chill way. That way I can pay attention to what's happening in chat. talk to you guys for a bit while we passively gain favour. Is there an overlay? There probably is, right? Let's see here. Okay, approval threshold. I'm going to set that to 75 because we don't need to max out favour just yet. Okay, now pop over here. So we'll fish from these spots, but we won't actually gain any of the resources. We'll hand them in to Fisherman Frody over here, and he will, yeah, give us favour in exchange. As you see, we're currently at 25% favour, which is 32. You know, where are we? Let's have a bit of different music on, shall we? Ah, yes. So what's happening, chat? Tell me about your days. Tell me what you've been up to. I think this is going to take a minute to get all of this favour. I'm thinking, actually, 71 woodcutting versus 68 fishing. Yeah, I'm thinking that the chopping maples is probably going to be a lot faster. So I'm going to do that instead. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to suggest that this is much faster. Shirley says, I hate when I can't get moment's peace for lunch, but it is done. Lunch eaten. Awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, this is quite a bit faster. I reckon about twice as quick. What did you end up having for lunch there, Shady? I mean, sandwiches, right? You are, after all, the sandwich king. Hello there, Platty. How are you doing? How's your day going? Platty says, I am all right enough. Might have accidentally slept past noon, but who's watching? Not me. Shady says, yep. But a grocery store deli sandwich. Ooh. Turkey, tuna, cheese, ham. What are we talking? Ah, man, I want a tuna sandwich now. I ain't got no tuna in. See, this is, you know, when I set out to do the first league, or the first league that I streamed on this, right? Some of you might remember I did a funny little intro. And in that funny little intro, which was totally hilarious and original, by the way, I talked about some exhilarating gameplay. And, well, here it is. Here it is. This is the exhilarating gameplay that we've all come to know and love. Ah, yes. You guys know when I say, like, you know, there's a bunch of stuff that I do off stream. It's mostly stuff like this. It's clicking and waiting, usually with a YouTube video up on the side. I'm often watching someone else stream or catching up on Platty streams or Eve streams or Zelthor streams, that sort of thing, you know. Platty says, the true RuneScape experience. This is the prep work that goes into every quest. Yes. Yeah, you would not believe how much of this there is. I mean, I did a couple of hours of Nightmare Zone the other day, and I ran myself very, 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 very low on ammunition, because first of all I had to go into the Nightmare Zone to gain the points, to get the absorption potions and all that kind of thing, right? And then I've already got the Dwarven Rock Cake, so I can lower my HP right down to 1, yeah? Because the way this works in this game is, if you've only got 1 HP, monsters can only hit you for 1 damage. Under normal circumstances, that would kill you. But with absorption potions, you actually want to have as low HP as possible. Because absorption potions, each dose allows you to tank 50 points of damage without actually taking any damage from your health. So what you do is you buy a bunch of absorption potions, enough to give you like over 1,000 points of damage absorption, yeah? And then what you do is you lower your health all the way down to 1, so that every boss that's in there, even if you're in hard mode, can only hit you for 1 damage at a time, maximum. So you don't need to use prayer. And then you use boosting potions like a super ranging potion, for example, to boost your stats up, to deal, and then you just basically stand in the middle and deal as much damage as you can. And you can do it for points. There are reasons to spend the reward points, like imbuing a Slayer helm or something along those lines, although there are now easy ways of doing that. Or even just for the experience of killing them, because you get full experience. And you can tailor which bosses you fight as well. So you could fight like majority undead quest, and then the way the Nightmare Zone works is, any of the bosses from any of the quests that you've already completed, you can fight again in there, including in the hard mode, right? And some of them are basically just big sacks of health. So yeah. It makes for pretty good training. People have been using it for a while to train. There are better methods now. There are. But few that are as AFK-able. So yeah, that's ultimately how I ended up getting 70 ranged. It's actually the first time I've done any Nightmare Zone on this character. But yeah. Did a couple of hours of that, and it's one of those, like, could I stream that? Yeah, theoretically, I absolutely could, and just talk to you guys, much like I'm doing now. But yeah. Michael Clark, the prodigal adventurer returns. He says, just stopped in to say I got the dragon, had to grind for the rune sword, so thanks for the help and tips. All good, my man, all good. I'm glad to see that you managed to defeat Elvarg. It's one of those, man. It's I take it you went in there and tried to kill it with because you were using adamant, right? I take it you tried it in the adamant and didn't have much luck, right? She's not ridiculously easy, you know. If you're over leveled, it becomes a very, very quick fight. But yeah, if you're still fairly low leveled, especially if you're free player, it's not easy, man. It's really not. But well done you. Well done you. You've earned that rune plate, buddy, when you can eventually afford it. Quick shout out actually to you on that, Michael. I will be once I've got the stats, I will be attempting Dragon Slayer 2 in the not too distant. We literally have just got 75 magic and 70 smithing to get, and there are a couple of items that I would like to pick up before I attempt it as well. So yeah, I will absolutely be doing that in the not too distant future. So hopefully I don't get utterly destroyed, but we'll see. He replies, yeah, full Addy and salmon, wasn't it? Oh no, I should probably have said lobsters. Lobsters are absolutely recommended there. It's worth taking the time to get them. The sword and lobsters made all the difference. Yeah, absolutely, my man. Absolutely. Well, don't let me keep you if you've got places to be. But thanks for stopping by, and thanks for letting me know, man. It's good to see other people, making progress in the game. It really is. It really is. And that rune sword, like I say, it will be useful to you if you end up heading into members. It will be very, very useful going forwards. And you can always alch it when you find something better. So, win-win-win-win-win situation. Let's see. Shady's sandwich was turkey, roast beef, and ham. Crappy cheese, though. Yeah, I don't know why. I've had some... there was a bakery not too far away from me that used to... they had a sandwich shop on the side, right? And they would have tuna and egg and salad, chicken, beef from the butchers and all that kind of thing. And they'd get really, really good stuff. And, bear in mind, I'm in France, so we have good cheese for days. They'd always put really crappy cheese in. And it would always be like the budget Emmentaler, Swiss cheese, right? I could never work out why. If you've got good beef or good ham, use good cheese. I would cheerfully pay the extra money. Cheerfully pay. I appreciate a good sandwich. Where are we? 49%. Oh, is this really the quickest way? I'm going to look it up, guys. I'm going to look it up, boys and girls. Let's find out if this is the fastest way. Excuse me. Nope. Mining is faster. Alright. Michael says, just got the kids down for naps. Gonna watch and see if I can get a nap in too. If you're still streaming when I wake, I'll be here while I get the grind on myself. Woodcut and fire making need some love before members. Ah, yes. Well, look, quick shout out on that. Before you head into members, I'm not saying go for 50 necessarily. There are relatively fast ways of getting fire making experience. But if you can get 50 fire making before you head into members, if you don't already, you will have access to Winter Tote, and Winter Tote is very, very quick. And there's some decent rewards there as well, especially for us Iron Men. So yeah, if you haven't already got that as a goal, that would be something that I would suggest to you. And any logs that you can save set off to one side for when you do get members, absolutely do so. Fletching for us Iron Men, it's a quick enough skill, but getting logs to actually turn into stuff is a bit of a pain. But when you do get members, let me know, because I've actually got a fair few tips and tricks when it comes to doing woodcutting, fire making, fishing, fletching, and crafting that I can share with you. I won't overload you with information now, but yeah, do be sure to ask me about those when you do get members. But other than that, mate, enjoy your nap, and yeah, thanks for stopping by. That's exactly what I'm aiming for. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, Winter Toe is really, really, really good. I might even do some in a little bit because they've changed the mechanics since I last went. So yeah, I might go and do some of that in a bit. Let's see. Let's get our mining on. I realise now that I probably should be wearing the Varrock armour for the chance at double ores. Because I'm fairly sure it works on this coal. Michael says, man, you're a king. Nah, just a player, man. It's one of those, no point in me learning all this stuff if I don't share it, right? Nah, I appreciate it, mate. You take it easy. Oh. Oh, by the way, guys, a couple of you in chat right now, if you would be so kind, if you're enjoying yourself, to gently caress that like button. It's practically begging to be touched. Don't worry, I'm not going to do the Omegon voiceover today. I won't do that to you right now. Maybe later. Yeah, these seem to respawn faster than regular coal. I could be wrong on that. But I do think that this is much, much, much quicker. Click the rock. You know, gaining favor is really not all that bad when you kind of mix it up. Trying to stick it out of the one thing, that does become a little bit of a drag. But, you know, a lot of that's got to do with my, my RuneScape ADHD, as I like to call it. I played this game so long and leveled up so many stats so many times that I have a very, very hard time doing any more than like an hour or two of training in any one particular thing. Apart from Slayer. I still love Slayer to this day. Largely because it is as diverse, shall we say, to train. You know, you're always going to different places and doing different things, and sometimes you'll fight something that's very hard, and other times you'll fight something that's ridiculously easy, and it's, yeah. I like Slayer. And that's actually one of the reasons why I really like some of the new stuff that they've added as well, like Hunter contracts, I find are just long enough to the point where they're just beginning to get a little frustrating, and then you get the item, you go hand it in, and you go and have to hunt something else. Farming contracts with Farming Guild, just, yeah, absolutely excellent. That is, it's on average, is it the best experience per hour? No, you're never going to be, you know, staying on one particular task all the time, grinding away on the one thing again and again and again, and you're never going to be able to beat that in terms of average experience, generally speaking. But just the change of scenery, the not AFKing on the one thing again and again and again and again and again. It's nice. It's nice. I like feeling like I'm being rewarded for actually participating in the game as opposed to just clicking on something and then AFKing for 2 to 3 minutes at a time. I appreciate actual gameplay. Especially when it pays off. Okay. We're actually above favor requirement here. I'm just going to keep going because this really is quite quick. And it'll pay off. So the way that the kingdom works is obviously once we've got it unlocked, and I will show you the interface as well. When we get there. But basically, favor is how much the subjects of the kingdom actually like me as a ruler. And the higher the favor is, the more of the money that I put into the kingdom's coffers, they will spend at a given time to produce resources for me. Every day, the amount of approval that I have goes down by a few percent. So yeah, so if I swing by each day and just top it up to 100%, it'll only take like a couple of percent each day. And then at the end of the week, I go and I collect all of the stuff that I want. And the goal here is actually, I've only got 59 fletching. It's my lowest stat by far, by like a a damn long way. I think construction's my next lowest after that. Yeah, just having a quick scout around, and then it's runecraft, which is not unusual. Construction costs money as well as time. Runecraft is just a fairly slow skill overall. Fletching is a fast skill. I just don't like doing it because it involves standing around in a bank for great lengths of time, and there's no real way around that. I could get broad arrowheads and buy arrow shafts and then feather them and all that kind of thing while I'm training agility or something else like that. So fletching can be trained alongside other skills, so it's good like that. I forget. Really, honestly, truthfully, what I should be doing is be training fletching while I'm running around doing quests if I wanted to be quote-unquote efficient. But truth of the matter is, I'm not a very good player. Well done, you've completed a hard task in the Fremenic area. Your achievement diary has been updated. Okay, we're knocking out several birds here. Oh, yes! That was the other thing. I did complete the entire desert tasks. I've got the amulet in my bank. As you can probably imagine, I put the what's it called? The lamp into fletching. It's 15,000 experience. So yes. Okay, so we have all of the favor that we need. Set that there. Now, I believe we need to talk to Advisor Grimm.
Greetings, sir.
Okay, that's good. Talk to King Vargas. Your Majesty.
Grimm tells me that the population would be glad to have you as a ruler. I see no reason to delay your regency any further. Grimm, please proceed with the ceremony. Yes, your Majesty. I will proceed at once. We are gathered here today to witness the rise of a new hero to the regency of the Kingdom of Miscellanea, to continue the work of our great King Vargas, who is unfortunately now no longer able to rule. By the powers invested in me by the miscellaneous constitution, I declare thee, Balim Draper, to be the new regent of this fair kingdom. May you bring success and prosperity to Miscellanea and all of our people. Is that all? That is all. I wish you good luck as regent. Speak to Grimm if you require assistance.
One quest point management of Miscellanea. So now I will pull up the interface. Greetings, blah, 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 blah. There's kingdoms. Spam through this. Yeah, wonderful. Talk to... how is the kingdom faring? Your subjects are worried about the possibility of war, but they are still happy to work for you. Your current approval rating is 100%. I'm afraid your subjects have not yet collected anything. This is how your subjects are distributing their effort. Okay, good. So this is what the interface looks like. And so there's currently 10,000 in there. That's not a lot of money. Not a lot of money at all. But I'll end up putting probably about 2 million in here, and then I'll end up leaving it for a little while. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all points out of this. So what we can do is we've got a certain number of workers that we can assign to these different locations. Wood, mining, herbs, or flax, and fishing, and optionally we can have them cooked. Obviously, as we're Iron Men, our main focuses are going to be wood. So I'm just going to put those in there straight away, and then later on what I will do is I will put the, once I've completed Royal Trouble here, I'll get more workers which I will assign to herbs. Reason being is, after week 1, I should have, if I've calced this correctly, I should have about 6,000 maple logs. Can I just deposit? Okay, no. I actually have to go to the bank. No worries. Okay, talk to King Vargas. And real quick, you know, and just so that it's up on the side there, Royal Trouble, Start Quest Helper. Talk to Advisor Grimm. Now there is combat in this quest, so we will need to grab some gear in just a minute here, but we basically have all that we need. Alright.
Greetings, Your Royal Highness.
Has anything been happening in the kingdom recently?
Interesting that you should ask that, Your Royal Highness. You see, the people are worried that war will break out again. King Vargas has found himself with little to do now that you are the regent. He intended at first to return to adventuring. Unfortunately, we still have not had the doors to the throne room enlarged so that he can leave.
So what has he been doing?
He has been trying to rule once more in your absence.
Not even left yet.
However, he has once again quarreled with the Queen of Etzeteria. The two of them have been writing letters to each other, threatening to raise armies and declare war on each other once more.
I see.
Your Royal Highness, I suggest that you deal with this matter and reconcile the two of them again. Such a quarrel is not good for Miscellanea.
Start the Royal Trouble quest. Yes. Very well. I'll sort it out.
Thank you, Your Royal Highness. I suggest you talk to the Prince and Princess to find out more about the situation. Princess Astrid has been asking after you. She would very much like to see you once again.
Well, let's go talk to my fiancée. Hello, darling.
Welcome back, dear. I'm afraid I haven't managed to find a priest for our marriage yet.
That's a pity. Oh, Advisor Grimm says I should talk to you and the prince about recent events in the kingdom.
I'll ask Father if he minds us discussing this in the throne room for a while.
Advisor Grimm told me to talk to you about the situation in Miscellanea. What has happened while I've been away?
It's terrible, my dear. My father has been arguing with the Queen of Etzeteria and has managed to start the war again. It's awful that your work has been undone by such an accident.
What do you mean, an accident?
Well, if my father had had something to occupy him, he wouldn't have gotten bored and decided to argue with Queen Sigrid again.
What would you suggest he do then?
We can't have him declaring war all the time, even if it would give us a chance to show off our military might. And I could finally show him that archery isn't a cowardly skill. If only we had an army, we could prove ourselves against the Etzeterians.
Astrid, I have an even better idea.
Better than archery? What is it?
I think we should persuade our father and the Queen Sigrid to marry.
What are you talking about, Brand?
Think of the poetic irony of the situation. The best part is that I could write their wedding hymn for them. Today is a happy day, we are getting married. Our national anthems are wonderful, won't you sing this song?
I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
I think it will work.
I quite agree.
Perhaps it's an odd idea, my dear, but since we don't have an army, we can hardly declare war.
Are you sure it'll work?
I trust my brother's judgment, though his ideas can sometimes be a little strange.
What was that, Astrid?
I'm just telling Balim Draper about your poetic accomplishments.
Oh, that's all right then.
So, will you talk to our father and Queen Sigrid then? I'm sure you can manage to arrange it all.
I'll give it a try, but they'll still be angry with each other, so I don't think it'll work.
I'm sure he'll manage it, dear.
Whew. How good was that? I managed to keep up with that, somehow. I think I dropped a word here or there, but you know. Shady says, I love bazonkadonkers. Yes, bazonkadonkers are in fact eternal. And universal. Okay, let's talk to King Vargas. Your Majesty.
What is it? You'll have to excuse me, I'm quite busy.
What are you busy with, Your Majesty?
Affairs of state and so on.
I thought I was supposed to deal with those once you appointed me regent.
Well, there's not all that much for me to do these days, you see. And though you do make a fine regent, you cannot be here all the time.
So you're still helping to rule, Your Majesty?
In a manner of speaking.
These affairs of state you're dealing with, would these involve starting a war with Queen Sigrid of Etzeteria?
Not exactly. But, well, yes. Of course, Sigrid was the one who insulted me first. And that's the least of the kingdom's problems at the moment. Some of Frodi's barrels are missing, as are many of Magnus's crates. Leif also said he's had stacks of wood disappear. Since you're the regent, you should investigate what has happened to these missing resources. Right away, Your Majesty. I'm glad to see the kingdom in such capable hands. All you need to do for the moment is to talk to the citizens of Miscellanea and find out what has been happening. It might also be useful to interrogate the citizens of Etzeteria to see what they know.
Talk to Gardener Gunhild outside the castle. Let's go do that. JD says, well done, take a bow. Bah. Don't mind if I do. Alright, let's crack on. Gardener Gunhild.
Good day, Your Royal Highness. King Vargas tells me that things have been going missing from the kingdom. Can you tell me anything about this? You mean you hadn't heard, Your Royal Highness? Etzeterian soldiers came and demanded tithes from us. You're the only person we give any of our goods to, so we refused, and found the next day that some of our goods had been stolen.
That is, as they say, in Miscellanea, no bueno. All right. For anyone curious, by the way, the screenshot that went into today's thumbnail was taken from standing over here. And with a little bit of camera trickery, yeah, it turned into that, which I thought was quite good. I did want to get the ship in, but yeah, it didn't quite fit into frame, with the castle looking as close as I wanted it to look as well. But yeah, so that's how I got there. Okay, let's talk to Queen Sigrid. Your Majesty, do you have a moment?
Incompetent. I'll give him incompetent. Yes, what is it?
I hear from King Vargas that relations between Etzeteria and Miscellanea are not too cordial at the moment.
Of course not. That idiot Vargas has decided to take a hand in ruling Miscellanea, even though he'd handed it over to you, and now he's declared war on Etzeteria again. I suppose all those insults I made about his parentage can't have helped the matter. Even so, that doesn't excuse what he did to my citizens.
What happened, Your Majesty?
My citizens have told me that items of theirs have been taken, and I'm sure that Vargas is behind it. Since you're the one who's supposed to be ruling Miscellanea, you should sort it out.
Of course, it's my duty.
Good, good. If you talk to the citizens of Etzeteria, they will tell you exactly what happened. I would find out for myself, but the pressures of ruling are immense, and I would never have the time free.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Not that, you know, you're completely incapable of ruling a micronation comprising of one castle, some rare trees, and a farming patch. I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it. Oh. Ah, right, okay. So, this book. Which is entitled Managing Thine Kingdom for Noobs by A. Grimm. You can always get another one of those if we need it. Okay, we'll put those away. So I'm going to need... can I just put coal in my coal bag? And... fill. Empty. Yeah, I can. Okay. What does that weigh? That weighs 10. Okay, yeah. So it would weigh less to carry this thing. Okay, wonderful. Yeah. So we're going to grab that because I need the 5 coal, some potions, a little bit of food. Let's grab some lightweight armor. I think Void is actually much lighter weight than... not necessarily. Okay, it's a little bit lighter. I am going to run melee void as it goes. I'll keep my graceful on me. We want the cooldown there and there. That there. Move my runes over. I can put that away. What weapon should we take? Zombie axe. I'm feeling sulfur blades today, actually. We'll take the dragon halberd as my special weapon, just in case. I'm going to grab, shall we say, 5k. We'll budget ourselves 5k for this. A couple of prayer potions probably wouldn't hurt. And let's try and finish off this superset if we can. I don't think I'll need multiple. I don't think there's anything poisonous here. No, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. Oh yeah, let's grab some food as well. Probably won't need all that much in the way of food, but yeah. So here's some tuna potatoes that I made earlier. I've actually munched through a bunch of them, but I'm out of butter. I need to go and make some more of that, and then I can convert these bowls of tuna and corn and these baked potatoes into some more. Yeah, I burnt through a lot of them practicing the Calvite Queen lure. I think I need a few invent slots for this next bit as well, so... So, I think... we just talked to this lady. Yeah. Excuse me. Yes? Queen Sigrid tells me that things have been going missing from the kingdom. Can you tell me anything about this? You haven't heard about all that until now? I'm surprised. Well, Miscellanean soldiers came and asked for tribute. When I told them to leave, they came back the next day and stole my hat. It was a wonderful hat. Mithril reinforced, you see, and with a special split bark brim to keep the sun off. Could you please get it back for me? I'll see what I can do. Mithril and split bark. Okay, so the quest helper is actually telling me I do need anti-poison. Okay, well, real quick, we will grab one of those. So, yeah. Oh, Platty, are you streaming tonight, by the way? It's Thursday, so I think you are, right? I am indeed. Excellent. What sort of time will you be going live? What? 3 hours from now? Is that about right? Satisfactory with Fritz. Alright, awesome. Well, towards the end of this stream, if you want to post, if you've already scheduled the stream itself, if you want to post that in chat, you absolutely can. And of course, guys, if you are new around here and you don't know Platty and what she streams, that's Fat Platypus in chat right now. You can actually go over to my channel and you can find a link to her channel if you scroll down a little bit on there. I think it's still there on phones. I haven't actually looked in recently. It should be, but yeah, you can find a link to her channel, and she streams all kinds of things, and yeah, Satisfactory is what's on for tonight. So yeah, make sure when you're done here you jump over there and check it out. See, Platty says about right, and I hope to God that it doesn't end up like last week's. I will not encourage Fritz. Okay, so apparently we need to head back to Miscellanea. Just check the quick notes off to the side here. See how we'll be doing. 20, lovely, lovely. That's actually really good. Because Olaf's quest isn't going to take too long. Shady says, I got a split, I need a nap. Very much a gratitude for... Oh, don't you worry about it, mate. You get some rest, yeah? I'll talk to you later on. actually had someone ask me, you know, like, Sam, you know, you shout out other people's streams and such all the time, you know, this is a bit unusual for YouTube. I'm like, the way I see it, I've got a network of friends that all stream various different things at all sorts of different times of the day. I mean, Zelthor will be streaming he'll be starting streaming towards the end of Platty's stream, give or take. It's one of them. There's always something to watch from this little circle of people throughout the course of the evening, American sort of time. And I've got absolutely no problems sending people all over the place. I'm not yet at a point where I can actually do Twitch-style raids, because those are a thing that we can do on YouTube now. But you've got to have a certain number of subscribers and all that kind of thing. I think it's 500 subs or something like that. Once I get there, you better believe I will be doing exactly that. Figuring out, you know, what's who's doing what and when.
Have you spoken to the citizens yet, Pali?
I've spoken to the Miscellanean citizens and also the Exotarians.
What did they say?
Well, the Miscellaneans said that the Exotarian army marched into their fields and demanded tithes.
What? I see. Sigrid thinks that now I've recognized Exoteria as a sovereign nation, I'll just roll over and play dead while she tries to invade, does she?
And the Exotarian citizens said that the Miscellanean soldiers came into their houses and demanded tribute.
And she've even started spreading rumors among her own citizens. Are there no depths to which she won't sink?
Your Majesty.
Lying to her own people about there being Miscellanean soldiers? We don't even have an army. Which makes it all the worse, as otherwise I'd be able to invade Exoteria and save the citizens from Sigrid's depravity.
I'm not sure that would work very well, Your Majesty.
Perhaps not, Balim. In any case, if there are any Miscellanean soldiers, they must have come from somewhere. Ask Advisor Grimm if he knows who they might be, or where they might have come from. He's a capable advisor, so I'm sure he'll know about any suspicious people.
I'll do that, Your Majesty. Talk to Grimm.
Greetings, Your Highness.
King Vargas asked me to talk to you. He said you might know more about the missing goods.
I'm not sure what you're implying, Your Highness.
That you could advise me where to look for them?
Ah, of course. Assuming that nobody presently living in Miscellanea would have taken them, it is of course likely that someone from outside took them. The sailor who brought you here from the mainland would be the first to see any suspicious visitors. I suggest you talk to him about recent arrivals to the island.
Indeed we shall. Like I says, I appreciate the showers and others. Well, you know, of course, you know, every single one of you have brought people over to my channel to watch my nonsense. Only fair I send anybody around here new to watch you guys as well. You know, rising tides and all that. Okay, so the boat fella, he's over here. See. I just need to check something really quick. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Just need to change this one thing. Forgot to do this earlier on. Do that and save. There we go. Okay, wonderful. So the sailor. Let's talk to him. I'm looking for a sailor.
You found one here. Can I help you?
The king's advisor said I should talk to you. He said there have been some suspicious people arriving recently.
Well, I don't know of any suspicious people. Advisor Grimm can be rather paranoid about these things, though.
Oh, has anyone visited the island at all recently, then?
Excuse me. Nobody apart from you and those kids from Relica.
What kids from Relica?
5 of them came over here a few weeks ago. They said they were here to see relatives in the dungeons, and they were visiting from the mainland.
I didn't realize the king kept people in his dungeons. I didn't know Miscellania even had dungeons.
They've not been used to keep prisoners for a long time, but since the war ended, we've had more people visiting the island. Some of them decided they wanted to stay, so we've had to find somewhere for them to live. Only the weather on Miscellania is terrible, and nobody could build homes that would stand up to a strong wind. Etc. is just the same.
So you decided to live in the dungeons instead?
Well, of course they had to be enlarged first. There are still some dwarves working there, making more of the dungeons inhabitable before they move over to work in Etceteria. If you're looking for those kids from Relica, you'll find them in those dungeons. Why are you surprised about this though? I thought you'd become the regent.
I'm still an adventurer and I can't be everywhere in Gillinor. It's very true. I really can't be. Okay. Go talk to King Vargas again. Talk to King Vargas. Your Majesty, how do I get into the dungeons?
Dungeons? Well, of course. How could I have forgotten? I'm surprised I didn't tell you when you were appointed regent.
It's okay, the sailor explained it to me. He said that the only new arrivals on the island were some teenagers who came from Relica to visit their relatives. Those relatives were living in the houses in the dungeons.
Ah, so you wish to look in the dungeons in case there were new arrivals are to blame. I doubt that anyone with Miscellanean relatives would be at fault. However, there is something I need you to do in the dungeons. They are still being excavated, and the dwarven architects are finding new caves as they go. There have been reports of odd sightings in these new caves. Perhaps there are monsters waiting to devour unwary Miscellaneans. Whatever they are, I want you to look into it. You are a member of the royal family after all, so I know I can rely on your help.
Of course, Your Majesty.
The guard up by the dungeon entrance may not recognize you since it was only hired recently. Here, take this scroll to show that you have access to the dungeons. You'll find the entrance by the southeast corner of the palace.
Let's go. Doop 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 doo. Climb down here.
Sorry, but nobody's allowed down there by order of the king.
But I'm the regent. I order you to let me down there.
You're the regent? Well, I didn't vote for you. Sorry, regent, but nobody can go down into the dungeons without the king say so.
Look, the king gave me a scroll saying I have access to the dungeons. I have it right here.
Let's have a look then.
Here you go.
All seems to be in order. All right, your highness, you're free to go down there. Try not to be eaten by monsters.
Don't intend to. Let's have a quick look around these shops, shall we? Okay, so she's selling the, what looks to be the dwarven outfits of different types. Fremennik Fremennik clothes, actually. What does Oswald have? Chocolate, milk, flour, groceries in general. Not bad, not bad. What's Thin Gut? General store, wonderful, wonderful. I've got a pub. What does Runa sell? Anything interesting? Cups of tea, jugs of wine, cider, and beer. Okay. Oh, actually, we need to talk to this fella here.
What do you want?
What are you doing down in these caves?
I'm waiting to work on the excavations. Though I don't really want to start digging again.
Why not? I thought digging was something the dwarves were good at.
Not with monsters like that one on the caves.
It had huge teeth and flaming red eyes, and was almost the size of the tunnel. If it attacks the town. Are you an adventurer by any chance? Adventurer and Regent of Miscellanea. In that case, could you go and deal with that monster? I don't want to have to face it again if it attacks the town. Of course, dealing with monsters is what I do best. You'll need to get into the other caves first, of course. There's a crack on the wall where the others were digging, but the rocks are loose and can fall on you if you're not careful. I can give you a mining prop to keep them from falling if you give me a minute to find it. Okay, so all I have to do is get through that wall. Now, after that, the only way you can get further is to climbing up onto a high ledge, then crawling through a tunnel. But the walls are slippery. And I think I might have broken the lift when I fell off it while on my way back. You'll probably need to fix the lift. I doubt you'd be able to climb. And the monster's behind that tunnel. Somewhere. Somewhere behind it. I couldn't get very far. What with the flooding in the tunnel? There's some rope and some planks near the broken lift. Those would probably come in handy. And here's that mining prop. I know I had it somewhere. There you go. Good luck with fighting that monster. All right. Oh, excuse me. So, yeah, it's this crevice, so we use this mining prop right here. And grab the pickaxe from here as well. Take one of these. Okay, and I think the dealio here is to fix this thing up here. We do this first. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, I think. Let's see, we'll keep ticking. Like so. No, okay, it's too short. I think. Okay, yeah, that worked. Probably going to need another beam. Let's see. Keep adding these until it tells me to stop, basically. Okay. Do I need to add a beam? Oh, it'll actually just tell us. I'm just going to speed read through this. Okay. Don't need any more of that. Got some rope. Attach that. Now try a beam. Yeah. Okay. Oh, on the platform. Like so. Salmon platform. Of course, that was now coming in. Okay. So I think we're going to actually... We added coal to the engine. All compatible coal engines have a maximum load of 5 coal chunks. Okay. So there's coal right there, but I don't actually need it. I'm just going to drop these real quick. I'm going to... Where's my coal bag? Empty. Okay. Now if we slap the engine into the scaffold. Is it on the scaffold? No, engine platform. Right there. Look. Okay. Now we'll use this. Yeah, actually, hold on. Because I remember last time I did this, I forgot to pick up another rope. Why is Quest Helper doing so much all of a sudden? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, So what we need to do is we need to use this rope here. I think it's here anyway. Okay, now we can swing back and forth. Yeet. Search the fire remains. Burnt diary of one page. Property of Armoured Brunston. Read at your peril. If you steal this book, my dad will beat you up. Ah, yes. Pick up the crabwood, because we're going to need that. Alright, now we need to use our plank on these rocks. Okay. Year 3 of trials, day 20. We're doing really badly at the trials. Bygoth broke his lyre for the 5th time, Hild got lost in the maze again, and Ryan and Signy were both sick all over Manny. When are we going to finish these trials and become adults? My father keeps telling me to improve, saying that I should try harder to become a proper Fremennik adult. Year 4 of trials, day 144. The trials aren't going well. I broke my arm while fighting a cow, and Bygoth almost fell into the furnace. Luckily, my father saved him and Signy from spilling molten iron all over the adults. Excuse me, Askeladdin's already become an adult and keeps making fun of us. He really annoys me. Okay, Year 5 of trials, day 78. It's not fair! Father said that me and my friends might never pass our trials. They don't want us helping other people with their trials either. And now he says we have to leave Relica. How can they exile us? Yeah, imagine being exiled from Relica, guys. That must be awful. Can I just run along here? Okay, yeah. Search this. Year 5 of trials, day 89. Signy said she heard about 2 island kingdoms that have been at war for hundreds of years. If we go there and make peace, will my father finally agree that we're true Fremennik adults? Year 5 of trials, day 93. That's not fair. We got to the island kingdoms and they said an adventurer had recently made peace by promising to marry the son of the king. Okay, but I married the daughter. Why does this always happen to us? If we could have just been a little bit earlier, I could have married the king's daughter. Bygoth said that Year 5 of trials, day 95. Bygoth says that just because they're at peace now doesn't mean they always will be. He says he has a plan. Day 95. Bygoth's plan is great. Now all we have to do is find the right armor and a place in one of the caves. Father's going to be so impressed with me. Day 98. The plans work. The kingdoms are at war again and no one knows we were those soldiers. All we need to do is make peace and the council at home will be so impressed that they'll make us adults right away. Day 99. Why did it go so wrong? We were just about to get the goods back, but there are monsters in there. I'm not going anywhere near that giant snake, and I think the others agree with me. We're cold and hungry, and we can't go back to the town because we got drunk in the inn and then couldn't pay. It's so bad that we had to burn bits of my diary to keep warm. Someone, please help us. Starting a war because of daddy issues. Don't you start, Blatty. What do we do now? If you hadn't got drunk in that inn, Signy, we could have stayed there for longer. It wasn't just me who got drunk. You looked like you were about to puke all over the barmaid. Ryan threw up anyway. I can't help it. I just have a weak stomach. You're no better, Hild. You said you knew where we were, and now look at us. We're cold, we're hungry, and now we're lost. We wouldn't have been so cold if Arnold had more diary pages he'd let us use. Hey, I have to write down what's happened. Otherwise, Father won't believe me when I tell him. If your father listened to what you say, we wouldn't be here. We'd have passed the trials and we'd be proper adults. Besides, it's not like you'll even look at the rubbish you've written in your diary. If only my father would come and save us.
If only someone would come and save us. Someone's coming. Quick, let's hide. What if it's this monster again? What if it's one of the townspeople? What if my father's found out what we've been doing? Hey, where am I going to hide? Shh, just pretend you're part of the scenery or something. You're almost smart enough to make a good rock. You want me to hit you? Just act normal, Arnold. And hurry. Okay. Hello there. Don't bother me. Sorry? I said don't bother me. I'm being a rock at the moment. You can't be a rock. I heard you talking to people earlier. What did you hear? Your name's Arnold, isn't it? I found your diary. What? How did you get it? Give it back. Not until you tell me what's going on. Why should I tell you? We're going to do really well and then show my father that we're true adults. What, by starting a war? What the? Did you read my diary? Yes, all of it. What are you even doing in the caves anyway? Everyone else was scared to come down here. Well, I'm the Regent of Miscellanea. The king asked me to take a look. You're the Regent? Oh, you four. I think you better come out now. We're in big trouble. Nice impression of a rock you did there, Arno. So you're the adventurer we heard about then? The one who married the princess? Yes, that's me. And you five are the people mentioned in Ahmed's diary, right? Ahmed, you should have burnt it all. Did you steal those goods from the Esoterians and the Miscellaneans? It was Bygod's idea, not mine. He said that if we disguised ourselves as soldiers, we could convince both the king and queen that they were under attack. And it almost worked, too. It would have worked if it hadn't been for that huge snake. What huge snake? We put the things we'd taken somewhere safe, so we could get them back when we made... when we made peace again. Everything was going well until we got back to that place and a giant sea snake had moved in. It made a nest out of all of the boxes and barrels. I don't care about the plan. If you can get rid of that sea snake, we'll be really grateful to you. We can't even get out of these dungeons whilst it's there. I agree with him. I want to go back home. It's cold here. We got no food and we can't go back to the town. Not after we got drunk and then didn't pay our bill. So, will you get rid of that sea snake? Of course. I was going to do that anyway. Thank you so much. You saved us from the brink of death. Could I ask you for one more thing? What is it? Please don't tell my father how badly we messed up. We'll see. Okay. It's fighting time. So we squeeze through there. We're going to run on through here. I'm just going to preemptively drink these potions. So, these things have actually got, like, stupid good drops for what they are. Or they do in 3. I don't know if they do in this. But yeah. The drops aren't bad, ultimately. Like, they've got a chance of dropping, like, stuff like broad arrows. Yeah, I'm saying it's poisoned us straight away. Okay. Nice and easy. Take the coins and the big bones, which we'll immediately bury, and grab the huge box. Okay, now if we squeeze out through here... And they... Oh! Wow! Ah, damn it, I missed that dialogue. If we come up here then... Talk to the guard. I'm surprised you managed to get out of there without breaking any bones. Still, I can't let you go back down there until the Queen says it's safe.
We'll run round here. I'm going to talk to the Queen. Queen Sigrid? I've talked to the Miscellanean citizens as well as the Exotarians. What exactly happened? The Exotarian citizens said the Miscellanean soldiers came to their houses and demanded tribute. Just as I suspected. Vargas, you treacherous snake! And the Miscellanean citizens said the Exotarian army marched into their fields and demanded tithes. What? Now I see his plan. Vargas isn't content with simply arguing. He wants to start the war, even if it means swindling his own citizens. Your Majesty. Exotarian army? There hasn't been one for centuries. These Miscellanean soldiers of his must have disguised themselves. If I may. If he wants an Exotarian army, then we'll have to raise one. Your Majesty. What is it? I found out what caused all these problems. A group of teenagers from Relica came to Exoteria to prove themselves as adults. They said they tried to start a war, which they'd then stop and be hailed as peacemakers. They were the ones who disguised themselves as soldiers. That explains what the citizens said about armies, I suppose. But what about the items that went missing? Well, there was a minor problem involving a sea snake, but I dealt with it and got the items back. Finally, a ruler of Miscellanea who is willing to do something for his neighbors. Do you have the items with you? Yes, I have them here. Thank you, Balim Draper. You have shown yourself to be an excellent diplomat and warrior, not a combination that comes naturally to many. My citizens would like their items back, of course. One of my guards will deal with the items for you, and you will be provided with a suitable reward. Finally, I have a letter that I would like you to give to Vargas. This war was a mistake, and I've made a formal apology. I'll make sure to give it to him, Your Majesty. Thank you for all your help, Balim Draper. To show our gratitude, the woodcutters and the other workers of Exoteria have pledged to add a proportion of what they produce to your treasury. Now that you finish giving these items back, please give my letter to Vargas. Head back over to King Vargas. I wonder what would happen if I was to use my pet cat on this empty box. All right. It would exist and not. And it would also neither exist nor exist, and exist and not exist at the same time. Let's talk to King Vargas. How are your investigations going, Balim Draper? I found the people who took the goods from your citizens. Those Exotarian soldiers. They weren't Exotarian soldiers after all. They were teenagers from Relica who were trying to prove themselves as adults by starting a war and then bringing about peace. Why didn't they just go through the trials as usual? Unless they're the ones that Council warned me about. Apparently some of their young'uns are impressively useless. Still, I can't believe they start a war between Miscellanea and Exoteria just to show they were adults. But at least you've found the missing goods. Do you have them with you? I'm afraid not, Your Majesty. There were far too many for me to carry. That's a pity. We'll have to send people down to collect them later, then. I also spoke to Queen Sigrid of Exoteria. She gave me a letter for you, which she said was a formal apology. Oh, do you have the letter with you? Of course, Your Majesty. Here you are. Let me see. You defeated the sea snake. Sigrid seems rather impressed with that. And the caverns underneath her palace are joined to ours, I see. She thinks we should join forces to develop them for more houses. Finally. That's not what I'd have expected from Sigrid. What is it, Your Majesty? She, says that if I weren't a Yeti, she might want to get to know me better. Since we're both warmongering fools, she thinks we'd got on well. I suppose she has a point there.
Brand's suggestion worked and I didn't even do anything.
What was that?
Nothing, Your Majesty. Do you want me to give a reply to Queen Sigrid?
No. I'll think about it for a while.
Though I'd like to tell her I'm sorry for calling her a warmongering harpy. In the meantime, Balam, you have managed to avert the war and bring the culprits to light. The Kingdom of Miscellanea will have to reward you for this. I hear the Exetarians are also grateful for your help, and have pledged some of their resources. You can talk to Grimm to deal with those, just as before.
20,000 gold, quest point, 5,000 agility XP, Slayer XP, and hit points XP. We're up to 277 total quest points. Okay. Now what I need to do is teleport away. Head to the bank. Why is that guy so roided out? Yeti, makes sense. Yeah, he was cursed. Kind of entirely his own fault. Okay, I'm going to bank all of this stuff. Those away. And grab the box. And damn it, I keep forgetting to. Oh. Put that back on. Okay. What happens if I use my Hellcat on a box? Nothing interesting happens. Okay. I'm going to put this on. Use empty box on Hellcat. Really? Nothing. What a disappointment. What a missed opportunity. Ah. Box and plank go with it, yep. Oh, I'm really kind of upset about that, actually. It sounds like exactly the kind of thing that Jagex would do, right? Just a random interaction like that. Oh yeah, there's the Desert Amulet 3, by the way. Okay. Next we have Olaf's quest. Oh yeah. Olaf's quest. Olaf Fradson. We are going to do the quest helper, and this time I'm going to configure, and we're going to do full assistance. Not because this is a particularly difficult quest, I just don't want to forget anything while I'm in there, because it can be a little bit annoying. And there's one particular part of this which is very annoying. Well, it can be very annoying, it isn't always. Just usually. And almost always when I do it. Okay, so we're not going to mess around too much. We want you. And you, and you, and you. I'm going to keep the sulfur blades on me. I think they're probably the best bet. I think the boss fight in this is susceptible. Yeah, I think the boss fight in this is susceptible to the Salve Amulet. So we're going to bring that. Let me think. I think that's pretty much everything that we need. I'm going to grab like 10 food. Don't know if I'll need a prayer pot, but we'll take one anyway. Sure, let's take that. Oh, and Draymond Staff. Put those 5 food away. Fingers crossed I can just get across the particular puzzle that I've got in mind without too much bother. Fingers crossed. Okay. Head over here, and then we need to go to... Purple Hunter area. Right near the start of the quest. Like I say, I remember most of this, just in case I forget. Yeah, I think this is everything. Talk to Olaf Radson.
Who is that? Identify yourself.
It's me, Fickle-Master. What are you doing out here?
Nothing, just carving these horribly broken pieces of driftwood. In the middle of nowhere. In damp clothing.
Okay.
Well, have a nice day. Wait, could you do me a favor?
What kind of favor?
Look, you see that heap of driftwood over there? That is my ship, and that is all that is left of my one shot at making my ancestors proud of me. My family have always been great explorers and seafarers, and I recently set off on my maiden voyage. However, a big storm, yes, a huge storm in fact, blew my ship onto the rocks. 3 times. I've been sitting here ever since, trying to think of a way to make my family proud, and if you will help me, I think I have a way.
Start Olaf's quest?
Yes.
Okay, I'll help you out.
Thank you. I don't have much apart from my carvings, some driftwood, and the map I was following when I had my little accident. If you help me out, then I'll gladly hand it over.
So, what is your plan?
Well, I have a little food left, although it's a little briny. If you take a couple of carvings to my wife and son in the village over the hill and tell them that I sent you with them from a distant land, then I can wait out here for a week or so before returning.
Alright, hand over the carvings and I'll be on my way.
Well, none of these are any good. I'll need some fresh wood from a decent tree. When I was swimming for my life, I saw an odd-looking windswept tree on the east of here, up that cliff. Could you bring me some of that wood so I could work it?
Well, you must have pretty good eyes to be able to see a single tree from the water during a heavy storm.
Yes, great eyes. They, run in the family.
Sure. Chop down the windswept tree. Get some logs from the windswept tree. Olaf, I cut some logs from the tree. Here's the wood.
Wonderful. I'll carve them up now.
Olaf carves furiously.
Done.
That's it?
Yep.
This is for my wife, Ingrid. I'm sure she will love it. Tell her it's tribal or something.
Yo. And this one is for my son, Wolf. Kids love planks, in my experience. Tell them I said hello.
Alright, they live in Relica, right?
Yes, hurry back. And don't forget the story. I'm not here, I'm someplace far away.
Hate to be the bearer of bad news, Olaf, but lying to your wife, generally a bad idea. Unless it's about the size of her butt in those jeans. Then lie. Lie through your teeth. Places. Sure, Jan. Yeah, right. Talk to Ingrid Radson. Excuse me, but are you Ingrid? The same Ingrid that is married to Olaf Radson? Yes, I am. Why do you ask? I'm a friend of your husband. He sent me here with a gift for you. An expensive exotic gift from the far-flung and tropical shores of the Island of Obscurity. How wonderful! I assumed from the way the big oaf always referred to the rigging as big strings that he couldn't navigate his way out of a soggy paper bag. So, can I see the gift he sent? Certainly, here it is. He sent his best wishes along with it. I see. It looks like a log with Olaf was here carved into it. It's tribal, very tribal. I wish the natives carved it myself. Well, since you've come such a long way, you can have this. I baked it this morning, so it's still nice and fresh. Oh, thank you. Enjoy your Obscurian tribal artifacts, TM. It has 1,000,001 uses.
And then we need to find her son. Wolf was his name, that's right. Oh. Maybe follow the little indicator on your map, Sam, huh? There he is. Wolf Olafsson. What are these people here for? Interesting gear. Wolf, son of Olaf Hradson.
Yes. Do I know you?
No, but I do know your father. He sent me with a present for you from the Island of Obscurity.
Oh, that was fast.
Sorry, hold on.
Oh, that was fast. He only set off recently, and I was wondering how he was doing. So, where is this gift?
Right here, enjoy.
What is it?
Very valuable. Have a nice time.
Wait! Here, take this. I was going to have it for my lunch, but I suppose you can have it in payment.
Thanks, enjoy your new thing. Give me a bloody shark. Yeah, heals 20 life points though. They're a bit of a bitch for me to obtain. I need to get quite a few more fishing levels before I can actually catch them myself, and 5 more cooking levels before I can actually cook the damn things. And even then I'll burn a lot. Oh, sandwich lady. Hello. Talk to her. Bread roll. Go away. No bloody bread roll. Talk to Olaf. Olaf, are you alright?
Oh, cold. Need a fire.
I delivered your carvings as you asked. Your family would like to see you again. Yeah, let me get you to the village before you freeze to death.
I won't go anywhere. I don't care if I freeze. I'd rather die than suffer the shame. Just get the fire burning. Use these.
Well, at least give me the map you promised.
Too cold to hear whining.
You managed to get the fire going? Give me just a second. Go on in there, cat. Go on, lie down. We're trying to jump up and knock things off like we did yesterday. Oh yeah, so I was in the middle of a Calphite Queen kill yesterday, and yeah, the cat, my cat, she jumped up onto my desk, knocked a bunch of stuff off, right as I was midway through a kill. Normally, she doesn't jump onto the desk. She'll jump up into my lap and curl up, and she's absolutely fine. But no, yesterday she just, I don't know, got it into her head that the desk looked more comfortable. Oh, right. You managed to get the fire going. Oh, right. Quick. Yeah, that's how big the shark is, and we eat it in one bite. Talk to Olaf.
Ah, much better.
Well, I'm glad you're happy. Can I have that map now?
Well, okay, but could I have a little bit of that food first? I've had nothing but seaweed and biscuits for the past week.
Alrighty, here, have some food, then give me the map.
Oh, that was a banquet compared to the stuff I've been living off.
Look, I have a bit of a confession. I think that map may well be cursed. What? All this running around for a cursed map? Couldn't you have made this little revelation before I fed you?
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I remember that I followed this map and ended up on the rocks. That may be nothing, after all, but I think you should be very careful if you go looking for the treasure. Well, regardless, you've more than earned this map. It was the last one my grandfather, Sven the Helmsman, ever made. It is supposed to show the location of one of his stashes of treasure, but I have never been able to decipher the strange runic inscriptions that point the way. I wish you luck.
Well, thanks. What will you do now? I'll sit here and practice carving. If you pass this way again, I'd be glad if you drop my next load of work off with my family. That or bring me some food before I starve. Whichever. Olaf hands you the map. Quick look at this. So he crashed here. So he was actually in the generally right area. What he needs to do is come up here. Alright, this is the brine rat cabin. And those are brine rats. Giant bats in here. Search picture wall. The wall has some discs set into it showing a picture and some levers. I should try pulling the levers to see what happens. This is not an especially difficult puzzle, as you can see. This is where things get a little bit frustrating. And leave that. Leave these on the floor for the time being. Apparently I need 6 pieces of rope. Oh, and it's going to make me do this the difficult way. Oh well. I mean, if we end up having to, you know, leave those behind, then so be it. I think we're better off... I'll run over here, I'm going to grab my food back. And the tinderbox. Michael Clark says, compared to that Bunsen burner thing last time, it definitely seems easier. Yeah, that bloody thing. Yeah. Ah, and we fell off. This is going to be the annoying part. Every time I fail that puzzle, it kicks me all the way out here. Every time. And as you can probably tell, it's a long old way to get back. Can you understand now why I put this quest off for as long as I did? Yeah, I mean, granted, yes, it does open up being able to kill brine rats, which have got a chance to drop a brine saber, which is a fairly decent low-level weapon. Oh, that's actually a good point, Michael. If you can stomach doing this quest relatively early on, brine rats are a good task. I don't much care for them, but they are a damn sight better now, especially if you do Scurrius to get the Ratbane weapons, because Ratbane weapons, of course, work on brine rats. Brine rats are known for dropping lots and lots and lots of noted food, like raw sharks, raw lobsters, pikes. They also drop raw swordfish, Quite a lot of gold, water talismans, medium clue scrolls, runes including death runes, air runes, earth runes, water runes, and blood runes relatively commonly and in decent amounts. And they've got a 1 in 512 chance of dropping the Brine Saber, which Brian meant is... It's a little bit better than a rune scimitar. It's not worth grinding for, but if you do get one in the process of doing Slayer, yeah, it's pretty tidy. The gate has several locks which seem to match with the rusty key's handle. There we go. Alright. And Jarl Hulfric. Like so. It's 6 free inventory slots. There we go. You're awarded 1 quest point, 12,000 defense XP, 20k coins for rubies, and Brine Rat Cavern access. 278 quest points. Read the parchment. Scroll tells you that there were more ships washed up further out to sea. Better yet, they were apparently carrying a better part of the treasure. Now, I don't remember what they actually give, but let me take a quick look on the wiki here. Okay, it's not currently available in OSRS. Okay, wonderful. No worries. Okay, let's teleport out to my house. And that is today's quest quotient out of the way. We did quite well. Let's see, how are we doing for time? 2 hours and 10 minutes-ish. Alright, that's not so bad. Let's do that. We'll knock that there. That parchment, I don't think we'll need it again. If we destroy it, we need to search in Sven's cave to get another. Yeah, sure. Let's see. I don't need Sven's last map. Destroy that. Yes. Wasn't quick enough there. Sad about that box. Should we do a clue scroll? Let's do a clue scroll. We've not done a clue scroll on stream in a minute. Oh, what's this one saying? Brunt the Chieftain. How interesting. We were literally just there. Alright. Let's put our, let's grab our clue scrolling equipment. Okay, well, we'll need a spade. We will need all of the different runes. And I'm just going to grab the different types, just to make this quicker. I can go through my house for a lot of them. But, yeah. This will be a good bit quicker. Okay, grab that super energy potion and take that out and grab the prayer potion. Didn't I have a hard clue to do as well? I think I did, yeah. Let's see. Is this one I can actually do? Rock and roll. No, there's a quest there. Quest requirement there. And I haven't done that one. I think that's... Is it My Arm's Big Adventure for that? Unlock hint. My Arm's Big Adventure. Yes, indeed. That will be what I end up doing for next stream, actually. So that clue scroll, we will be able to complete that one after next. Yeah. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything. Spade. Yes. Okay. Let's go grab this then. Fastest way to Relica is going to be... I mean, technically, it would be a player-owned house teleport. Or the Lyre. How many charges on them? I don't think I do I? And I don't have the sea boots either, because I've not completed any of the Fremennik diaries just yet. Maybe we could do that. That was fast. Yeah, it's one of those. The quote-unquote puzzle there is actually crossing that pathway with the barrels that we repaired. That has, on some completions of that quest, that has taken me as many as like 30, 40 attempts. Yeah, it can be really, 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 really ass. And it's a combination of your agility level, your weight, and just sheer dumb luck, frankly. We'll do this medium clue here, and, you know, maybe we can clean up some of these tasks here, huh? Is there an achievement for... Or did I already do this? I think I already did this, but, the seaweed's always somewhat useful to have anyway. Larry's there as well. That is part of the Cold War quest. There's a pickaxe there. Oh well. $40 gold each time. I love the fact that they actually call out your name when they're telling you what, you know, scumbag you are. Okay, so one of the things that I need to do is, just while I'm here, before I go and talk to Brunt, is makeover with Irsa. Change my boots, and that's one more task. Catch a cerulean twitch, craft a tiara from scratch and relica, steal from Keldergrim crafting or baker's store, fill a bucket with water at the relica well, chop and burn some oak logs in the Fremennik province. So I'll need to grab some tools to do that. But let's finish up our clue scroll first, shall we? And then we can come back and do that. See, achievement diaries are kind of like a much more free-form quest, I guess. Sorry, but the trail is not quite over yet. Great. Find the answer to this question for me. How many people are waiting for the next bard to perform? Well, the answer is 4, as it says right there. Boom. Give me another clue. Speak to Haggerty. Quickest way to get there would be play around house teleport if your house is in Brimhaven, I think, but I have currently got mine in Polnivnich. So we're going to use Captain Barnaby to travel to Brimhaven. Jump off the boat. And Haggerty's right here. This is the guy that provides the cart travel down to Shiloh Village. We're going to talk to him. Well done. Give me another clue. Okay, so Sir Kay, right? To the Camelot. And Sir Kay is in the courtyard of Camelot Castle. I have a question for you. And of course, the answer is 6, as it says. Correct. And he's given me another clue. Standnut is Dunstan and Burthorpe. Of course. Okay, so quickly teleport to the Grand Exchange. Now, I can teleport to the Grand Exchange because I've got Varrock Armor 2 or 3. I think it might be 3. But minimum of 2. For sure. And that allows me to change my Varrock Teleport to Grand Exchange Teleport, or alternatively, I can cast the Varrock Teleport to teleport to Varrock, the usual Varrock Teleport location. So yeah. So we've come here to get a games necklace out. Rob, and we want to go to Burthorpe. Option 1. couple of sips of energy potion. Now I'm solving this clue scroll relatively quick. Medium clues. They don't give the best loot in the world, but relatively short. Okay, and the answer is 8. There's a casket. And we got a trimmed green to hide body, an adamant axe, and 11 swordfish. Okay, that's one collection log. Sadly, the trimmed green to hide body is not worth an awful lot, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's another clue scroll out the way. Okay, it's not used for a clue. I don't have any particular reason to hold on to it, I don't think. Let's have a quick look in group storage, see if there's been anything with that. Okay, so we've got some Bones to Peaches tabs there. That's good. So one of my Group Iron Man compatriots has been on there. We have the cannon and such. So let's have Mystic Chocolate Bombs. How much do those heal? 15. Yeah, I thought so. Any more seeds for me? Some more Snapdragons, yeah. I'll need to jump on those. That will be for our Smith. I should really, at some point, make some more Swamp Bark armor. Because, yeah, kind of relying on Mystic at the moment, and it's not great defensively. I need to get my runecrafting up and make some Blood Bark armor as well, for that matter, but yeah. Okay, so we have an Adamant Axe, that'll be absolutely fine. Let's grab a Rune Pickaxe out. Put that away, put that away, put that away. Keep those. Yes, we can put that away. Let's see, what do we need to... I've already done the pet rock part. So from Keldgrim. Okay, so we can actually do that on the way to Relica. I'll need a bucket, an axe, tiara, cerulean twitch. I'll also need a bird's net. And a bucket. I'll also grab out like 30k cash. Well, 15 will probably do. What about for the medium? Slay a brine rat. Oh, could have done that when we were in there. Mine some coal and Relica, not too bad. Steal some fish from Relica's fish stalls. Pick up your pet rock from your POH menagerie. Visit the lighthouse from Waterbirth Island. Not quite sure how we do that. But hey, I guess we'll find out, right? Going to stuff equipped. Yes. Hold on. Remnant. Pet rock. Of course not. Yep, I dropped my pet rocks, didn't I? Right, is there any immediate ones we can do on the hard diary as well? Super defense potion in the Fremenic province. Okay, so we can't complete that just yet without a thieving boost. Steal from the Keldgrim gem stall. I think the best thieving boost I've got access to would be Summer Squirk Juice, which I can get. I can mine 5 adamant on Yata, so teleport to Waterbirth, yes I can do. Obtain the Blast Former's permission to use the Blast Furnace for free. Okay, well I can do that here, so I just need to get some Squirk Juice, but we can save that for the next stream. So yeah. I think we've got everything. Slayer Brine Rat, I'll need a weapon. Civil America, pet rock. Okay. Got money, need a weapon. That. Oh, and we will need a shovel, of course, to get into the place where we were just at. What I'm going to do then, I'll run over here. Travel on the trapdoor, and this will take us to Keldgrim. You need to complete I think you need to complete the giant dwarf to use this. This is Keldgrim, and then the blast furnace is this area over here. Go through these 3 doors, head on down. Now this place, Michael, if you didn't already know, this is a quote-unquote minigame. There's different worlds where you can pay for access to this. This is not going to be something that's super relevant to you, and you probably will want to take a look at the wiki to figure out like all of the finer points of this. But this place is absolutely awesome in members, because what it allows you to do is it allows you to smelt bars very, very quickly. Gold bars with something like the Goldsmith Gauntlets, very, very useful. If you are smelting steel bars, rather than requiring 1 iron and 2 coal, you'll need 1 iron, 1 coal. Mithril becomes 1 mithril ore and 2 coal, rather than 4 coal. Adamant is 1 addy, 3 coal. Runite is 1 runite ore and 4 coal rather than 8. It halves your coal cost. This place is absolutely awesome. There are right ways to run this place and wrong ways to run this place. It will make your smithing grind as an Iron Man significantly cheaper in some ways. You can also end up gathering boatloads, and I mean absolutely boatloads, of gold ore as time goes by, right? You can't see it here, but very, very recently I went through about 2,500 gold ore into gold bars using these things, the goldsmith gauntlets, to increase the experience per bar smelted up to 52.5, I think it is, which is the same as smelting a rune bar. Yeah, so I went through like 2,500 of these in the space of about 35 minutes, give or take. So it's very, very useful. Smithing is killing me right now, lol. Yeah, it will. But trust me, a combination of this place to smelt your ores into bars, and then the Giant's Foundry minigame, man, it makes life so much more bearable. So much more bearable. And, yeah, so the Giant's Foundry, you know, it's not the absolute fastest possible smithing experience in the game, but it's pretty quick, and provided you do it right, you'll also earn a decent chunk of money, and there are some really, 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 really useful rewards for Iron Men there. Incredibly useful stuff. Stuff like Kovac's Grog, which can give you up to, I think it's like a +5 boost to smithing, which is, like, frankly, it's ridiculous. Different molds to improve your ability to play the minigame, and then things like the double cannonball mold, which allows you to make 8 cannonballs at a time rather than 4. Which, yeah, when you get your cannon and you're using it to train and get through Slayer tasks quicker, it'll be invaluable, man. It really will. So much good stuff. Like I say, I won't overload you with information. When you're ready to learn more, you ask away. And indeed, anybody else in chat. And in the future, of course, you know, like I always say, if you are listening in the future and you didn't get a chance to take part in chat, don't worry about it. Leave me a comment down below. I get a notification when those come through, and if there's a question, a query, or concern about this game or any of the games I play or have played, I will endeavour to get back to you at the next most convenient juncture. So make sure you do that. Right, let me go talk to the foreman. You can also buy ores from this place. They're a little on the expensive side. But yeah, gold ore, 225 coins. So I could literally I could spend 22.5k to buy all 100 of those gold ores, slap them into that pot, then take them out. Well, it'd actually be more. It'd be closer to 36k because of the way the prices work from shops. But yeah, buy gold, dump it in there, take the bars out, put them in the bank chest. Keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Expensive? Yes. Fast? Incredibly. So where is the... This guy buys all sorts of armor pieces, up to and including rune. He never has any stock. As an Iron Man, of course, we can't purchase them. If you were a player, you would be able to. But yeah, very, very good, because it means you can smelt bars, immediately smith it into armor, provided you have, I think you need to have 60 smithing to enter this place. Yeah, you do. And then, yeah, you can sell it, either sell it straight to him, or you can high alchemize it, and then just keep going. This used to be one of the absolute hubs of smithing in the game. If I give you a quick idea of... Let's see, where are we? Let's go to a particularly populous world. I'm going to hop to world 358 to give you an idea. Yeah, as you can see. Hello there, Ziggy. How are you doing, sir? Hope you're having a good day. This is, yeah. There's a few people here, huh? And this is just one world. There are lots of blast furnace worlds. But yeah, it's an excellent minigame. It's very, very, very useful. Okay. But what I am going to do is I'm going to hop back to my main world. So yeah, I would say to you, don't fret too much about your smithing training just now, Michael. There are extremely effective methods available to you in members. 30, 40 smithing, something like that. Make sure you got the knight's sword out the way, all that kind of thing. Doric's quest, all that kind of thing. Get those out the way if you haven't already. But don't worry about your smithing. It becomes much, much easier in members. Can I use the furnace to smelt ore? You can, they only depend on some people to work for you, blah, blah, blah. Also, I charge a fee for anyone who doesn't have level 60 smithing. I have level 60! The human has level 60 smithing? How extraordinary. Feel free to use the furnace. Remember, you only need half as much coal as with a regular furnace, you see? There's the mechanics. Okay. Why that's considered a hard task, I don't know. Chop and burn some... oh, almost forgot. We need a tinderbox to do that. But just the one. All right. Let's go over to the stalls. YouTube didn't show me that you are streaming. Yeah, I've noticed it's been a bit quieter tonight. I guess people aren't getting the... You know what it is, Ziggy? You know what it is, mate? I scheduled tonight's stream far, far, far in advance, like hours in advance, yeah? I don't think it sent out notifications to people because I set it so far in advance. Isn't that lame? Isn't that actually lame? Alright, well, I know not to do that in future. Yeah. You know, there's been a good few people showed up, which is fine, but, you know, a little bit quieter. Michael Clark says, I am pretty close to 40 all free-to-play skills except runecraft. 40 smithing was important for making money. Gold necklaces saved my butt yesterday. So much faster than symbols. Yeah, quite right. Quite right. Okay, so we need to steal from the bakery stall in here. Yeah, base 40s, honestly, Michael, is going to be fantastic going into members. There's that cake I could have used earlier. This is the consortium building. This was the Grand Exchange before the Grand Exchange was, you know, the Grand Exchange. Except it's all dwarves. Yeah, base 40 stats going into members is absolutely wonderful. Some stuff you're going to look at and you're going to go, wow, I wish I hadn't spent so much time doing that. But yeah, ultimately don't worry about it. The bucket was water. I'll just craft a tiara. That's the other thing I need. I need to grab my tiara mold because I completely spaced. Tiara. Yeah, catalytic tiara. You'll end up getting one of these within a very short amount of time, I would have thought, Michael. Basically what this does is much like the, you know how you can combine like the various different talismans, runecrafting talismans, with a silver tiara to be able to wear it on your head so that you can access the runecrafting altars without having to carry the tiara in your inventory. Talisman in your inventory. This works for all catalytic runes, so mind, chaos, death, blood, body, cosmic, soul, although soul and blood I don't think you actually need to access because in OSRS. Don't know, haven't actually runecrafted any of these in this. But and then you can also take another gold tiara, and if you get an elemental talisman, which you can get as a drop from the abyssal creatures, you can combine an elemental talisman with the gold tiara, and that will work for all 4 of the base elemental ones. I would say to you, strong recommendation, Mike, as a one Iron Man to another, if you get air talismans, water talismans, earth talismans, what have you, don't drop them. Keep them. Later on, you'll have access to stuff like combination rune crafting and all that kind of thing. And even if you end up with like 100 or 300 or 700 or what have you of these, of the basic elemental ones, or even nature talismans, what have you, you can combine them with tiaras at the runecrafting altars themselves for... It's not the fastest runecrafting experience in the game, I don't think, but it is bloody quick. So yeah. Basically, don't throw your talismans away. They are still useful to you, even when you've got catalytic and elemental talismans. Okay, so we've got that. Now we need to... there are so many shops here in Caldergrim. Some of them have got some very useful things in them, like, you know, Rune Longsword. 41,000. Yeah. If you need, like, you know, any of these items for clue scrolls and all that kind of thing, there's a plugin that you can get for RuneLite that'll really help with that sort of thing. But yeah, lots and lots and lots and lots of shops. I think that's everything we needed to do in Caldergrim, isn't it? Cerulean Twitch, fill a bucket with water, chop them in some oak logs, mine some coal, steal from America fish for Slayer Brian Rat, collect your pet rock from PH Menagerie, visit the lighthouse from Waterbirth Island. Yeah, okay, that's everything. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave Caldergrim the way that I would normally come in. Let's see if we can just grab a quick... Let's see. 117. What's this look like? It's a bit dark, isn't it? Okay. Let's travel on the Northern Boat. And walk out through here. Puts us out in this little troll cave. And then we walk out through here. And hopefully you should recognise where we are now. Oak logs. Let's go over here. I'm a hoarder, lol. Good to know that's a positive trait in this game. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. My bank is almost constantly on the verge of full. Like, there's been a couple of times where I've had to dump stuff into group storage as a group Iron Man, just because it's... yeah. Mine some silver. And I've already screwed up because I should have gone and caught a Cerulean Twitch first. There's one fish caught. Okay, we'll take this boat to Waterbirth. What? That's the Elite Diary. I'm not doing the Elite Diary. Oh, I don't. Okay, we'll go back to Relica for the time being. Okay. And there's the Relic course, which I believe I've already done. Anyway, let's go smelt this into a silver bar. And then make a tiara. Simple. Wait a minute. Oh, it's because we left. Naturally. Okay, so, good to know. Can't leave the area at all. For this. Oh well. Let's craft again. Silver rocks. Back over to the furnace. There we go. Okay. That's that part done. So we just have the cerulean twitch and fill the bucket of fill the bucket at the well. Well. A bit of water source over here. Now we're here. Is there anything else we can do? Pick up your pet rock. Yeah, we'll claim pet rock from Askeladden. Catch a cerulean twitch now. Slay a brine rat and visit the lighthouse from Waterbirth Island. I don't actually know how to do that. Wow, okay, so it's a long old way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teleport to my house. And then we're going to run up to my menagerie. Doop-a-doop-a-doo, which is over here. Hold on. We'll use that there. Okay. Okay, it just puts it at a random point around your house. That's kind of cool. Yes, so I got that. I got a Slayer trophy, the Crawling Hand Slayer trophy. I got it taxidermied and it's now in my house. And there's nothing anyone can do about it. So, hashtag slay. Slay a brine rat and visit the lighthouse. So we're going to need to stock up on stuff to do that with. But let's go really quickly. Take care of the brine rat situation. And we can also pick up a cerulean twitch while we're up there. What I'll do is, as it suggests, come on, game, quick as you can. Put on my sulfur blades. How are we doing for time? Just coming up on 20 to the hour. That's fine. Or 20 to the hour of streaming, I should say. So, like I say, I don't want to be on too late tonight because I do have to get that download going. And yeah, also chill a bit before I sleep. See, death runes roar at me. And from there, we are going to really quickly... I'm just going to go restore my run energy, because I don't want to be running after cerulean twitches. Fuel, and then... Quit that real quick. I'm going to drop the salmon because I don't care for it. Don't need either of those. Put that away, put that away, put that away. We'll keep those. I can empty that bucket of water and then store that. Put that away, and those death runes. Put my tools away. And Draymond stuff, I do want that on me. I'm going to need to keep the prayer potion on me for the bit that I'm about to go do. I'm just going to grab that armor just for maintaining prayer. Do that. 2 of those, 3 of those even. 1, 2, 3 of those. 1, 2, 3 vials of water. And where are my fungus? There, 1, 2, 3. combo those up, and the Ferox Enclave. This place, by the way, Michael, when you get into members, you'll want to pick yourself up or craft yourself some Rings of Dueling relatively soon. You'll be able to teleport to the Ferox Enclave. Now, it's technically speaking, it's in the middle of the wilderness. It's a safe area. And the reason why is because that pool of refreshment there, there is obviously the altar, but that pool of refreshment there, or the free-for-all white portal here for Clan Wars, if you walk into here and then leave or teleport out, it restores your health, your prayer, your run energy, and any stats. Now bear in mind, if you've boosted your stats, so you've got positive stat boosts, you will also lose those. So always be sure that you're actually doing what it is that you want to do. Okay, so I'm going to need a rune throne axe to do this as well. I'm going to need a couple just in case. Tiara mold can go away. Goes away like so. Make sure to retaliate off. Block on. Yes. Final thing to do is to make the house. Okay. Put my Draymond staff on. Had to DKS one last time. And what we're going to do is we're going to run over to the Polar Hunter area, which is actually, although technically that fairing is classed as Polar Hunter area, the Polar Hunter area is up here. We run past Olaf. And here we have some cerulean birdies. Some Sapphire Glacialis. These things, by the way, they're when you catch them, you can either catch them in jars using a butterfly net and butterfly jars and store them for later, or you can just catch them when you're running around the world. They give a defense bonus. It's slightly worse than a super defense, but you can catch them so early on. Snowy Nights do, what was it again? I can't remember what Snowy Nights do. It's not prayer, is it? No. Anyway, let's catch this bird. Quick tip about Hunter: when you place your trap, especially at low levels, walk a couple of squares away. That does more to help increase your capture rate than pretty much anything else you can do. Nice and easy. In exchange. Okay, now we're going to grab a couple of bits of food. Like so. We'll put our sulfur blades away because we do not need to fight anything. See, I could just teleport to Waterbirth. What level is it this? Top at Waterbirth. Law rune, 2 astral runes, and a water rune. Okay. Okay, now what am I to do? Okay. Lunar Isle. Oh, really? Okay. Well, we'll pick that up. Yeah, nice and easy, nice and cheap. Tell a group main clan. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking over the spells. I'm rarely on the Lunar book. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, damn it. How fortunate is that? There just happened to be someone right here. Okay. Climb down. Run through here. Climb up this ladder. Lobsters. Switch to prop magic because of the Wallasal key, which are a pain in the bum. That's Dagannoth Kings down there. Keep running. Melee. Climb up the ladder. Man, this is a fair old run. Yeah, I've not made this run before. Just haven't had calls to do it. Through all the rock lobsters. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's a one-way thing, unfortunately. That spits us out right here. Oh boy. Okay. So that's all of those. Okay, yeah, I can do those in my own time, not too difficult. Okay, so now let's head back to... it should be AKS, I think. AKS. Nope. AKQ. I should know these off by heart. It's like a... There we go. AJ. Player says that she is off to make dinner. Well, bon appetit. We are going to wrap things up here relatively soon, guys. It's 25 past midnight here, and yeah. I think we've had a fairly productive day today, you know. We've got, well, we knocked out all sorts, really. Like, absolutely all sorts. Oh. 3 quests, you know, 2 of which were a lot of running backwards and forwards. One of which was, you know, relatively short, in all honesty. Right, Thoradin, what you got for me, buddy? I have completed all of the easy tasks in my Fremennik achievement diary. I can see that. Well done. You'll be wanting your reward then. Yes, please. These boots are a symbol of your exploration of the Fremennik lands. Peer the Seer can now bank items for you at all times, and your enchanted lyre can hold an extra charge. Well, thanks. If you ever lose your boots, come back to me and reclaim them. I completed all of the medium tasks in my Fremennik achievement diary. I can see that. Well done. I've upgraded your Fremennik sea boots for you. They can now teleport you here once per day and have an increased rate of gaining approval with your subjects. Wow, awesome. Okay, we got 2 lamps. What a debate. I wonder what I should put these into. Sam, why aren't you putting them into Herblore? Because I can train Herblore effectively. I don't like training. Fletching. See, bows. When did we get our next one? 65 for you shorts. Yeah. So I've got a good bit of training before I get access to those, but there's a couple of really, really nice unlocks coming up. Ruby-tipped adamantite bolts and diamond-tipped adamantite bolts. For those that don't know, ruby-tipped adamantite bolts, you take an adamant bolt, you break a ruby up with a chisel into 12 bolt tips. You can attach those 12 bolt tips to 12 adamantite bolts, wherever you might have obtained those from. They've actually got a fairly high smithing requirement. I think it's like 73 smithing, so I'm not too far away, but yeah. You add the ruby tip, like I say, you add the ruby tips to the adamantite bolts, then you enchant them using a cosmic rune and 3 fire runes, I think it is, and that does 15 at a time. They gain a special effect. They have a 10% chance at base when you are fighting an enemy and fire them out of a ring crossbow to activate the special effect. You will lose 10% of your maximum life points to remove 20% of an enemy's current life points. For bosses that have got massive, massive, massive health pools, ruby-tipped bolts are absolutely incredible. They really are. They're huge, 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 huge. And then finally, and then also at 65 fletching, which will be the same level as to make a U short bow, I'll get access to diamond-tipped adamant bolts. Same process for manufacturing, apart from it uses a cosmic rune and I think it's 5 earth runes. I think so. It's, well, I mean, I can actually literally take a look. Well, no, I can't, not until I change my spellbook back. But yeah, diamond bolts, they have... I don't remember the exact way that the diamond bolts effect works, but it basically drastically increases your accuracy, and I think gives you a 10% damage buff on your attack when it activates. So for enemies that either you've already got them so low that there's no point using the ruby bolts E anymore, and they've got, you know, high defense as well as high hit points, then you would switch over to something like diamond bolts, enchanted diamond bolts, and use those instead. And then as time goes on, obviously, you know, runite bolts, I've already got some of those. Dragonstone tipped runite bolts, the special effect of those being enchanted is they have a 10% chance to hit your enemy with dragonfire. Dragonfire protection does work to protect against that damage, so very, very they're kind of a niche sort of item in PvP. They used to get used quite often in PvP. I don't know if they still are, maybe they are. Moonlight bolts, those would be nice to be able to actually make those later on for my Sunlight Hunter's crossbow. Onyx tipped runite bolts, they've got a 10% chance of, I think they deal a little bit of extra damage, and I think they heal you for 10% of the damage you inflict. They're obviously very expensive to produce, but once you've got 73 well, to actually, you know, make the onyx bolt tips yourself, you wouldn't do that. You would gather onyx bolt tips from things that drop them. The actual primary use for onyx tipped runite bolts, though, is not to use them in combat, but to alchemize them, because they alch for about, I think about 9k each, something like that. Okay, all that said and done, let's get us over to the Moon Clan. I need to go and talk to Baby Yaga. Quite sharp, right? Go and talk to Baba Yaga. Ms. Yaga. Hi, what do you do? Oh god, I've not got my sealed passage on me. I forgot. I forgot. Well, apologies to those of you who are showing up now. I know it's closer to an appropriate time. We are coming up to the point where I'm going to be signing off here. But you've got a good, I don't know. Well, just ticked past 3 hours to go back and watch if you are so inclined. And yeah, if you do enjoy it, if you do go back and watch it, and you do find yourself enjoying it, it's 3 quests, the ones that are marked in the title, voiced over, not as well as I perhaps usually would, because I didn't take notes beforehand, and I really should have. And I think it shows, actually. So yeah, I'm going to make more of an effort to do that in future when it comes to voice acting quests. Okay, so I need my sealed passage. But yeah, so if you do find yourself enjoying it, please do leave me a like on it. Lets me know how well appreciated the these kinds of things are. And if you're brand new here, don't forget to subscribe. You can choose whether or not you want to turn notifications on. And yeah, it'll let you know when I go live. It didn't let people know today properly when I was going to go live, and I think it's because I scheduled it too far in advance. So we'll avoid doing that in the future. If you manage to find your way here anyway, good, great, fantastic. Thank you for showing up. And if you're listening in the future and you didn't get a chance to take part in the wonderful chat, then you can leave me a comment down below. And if you have a question, a query, a comment, or a concern about this game or any of the games that I play or have played, I get a notification when they come through, and if it's something that merits an answer, I will endeavour to get back to you at the next most convenient juncture. So yeah, there's all the shilling out the way. Okay, now I'm going to talk to Baba Yaga. Hello there. Fickle matter. I'm glad to see you've returned. How can I help? There is a lunar spell I can't use in my spellbook. Can you help me? Certainly. It's one I just rediscovered. I can teach it to you if you'd like, but you have to listen to a story first. Okay, I don't mind hearing stories. Wonderful. Well, I was going through some ancient documents recently, expanding my knowledge of our great ancestors. Actually, I think I'd better go further back, so you'll understand. You know of our ancient war with the Fremennik that you recently healed? Of course. I'm a great diplomat, aren't I? Some diplomat? Did you even discover why we were at war for so long? You couldn't see eye to eye about magic or something like that. Not too far off, but it goes deeper than that. The Fremennik were actually the first to discover how to make runes, but there was disagreement within the tribe about the implications of making such powerful objects. Most Fremennik felt that we were stealing power from the gods. They could not see past that to the great things we could do with such power. So we split from them and became the Moon Clan. Our ancient leader, who first discovered the rune essence mine here on Lunar Isle, traveled far and wide searching for more places of power. He and his followers built altars all over Gielinor, which you use today to create runes. And at their height, they made runes by the crateful. They had perfected the process and even advanced it, creating altars that could create any type of rune, regardless of the crafter's ability. But the strife between the Moon Clan and the Fremennik heightened. The Fremennik had grown strong in body, while our clan had grown strong in mind. They overpowered our tribe, and we were treated to Lunar Isle, where we have lived ever since. The Fremennik then swept over Gielinor, destroying the altars we had made, in an attempt to remove all trace of magic from the land. That's all very interesting, but what's it got to do with the spell? I'm getting to that. The Fremennik were not as thorough as they thought. They destroyed only the entrances to the altars, for the altars themselves were on a different plane, but they were successful in wiping out our ability to create runes. That ability has only recently been rediscovered on the mainland, so I hear.
Our people were left isolated on Lunar Isle, but we used it to our advantage. Our control over magic advanced beyond the need for runes, and all knowledge of the altar's locations passed from memory. Fortunately, some records survived. The manuscript I discovered contains the teleportation spell to an advanced altar called Orania. It's an altar that allows the user, regardless of their runecrafting ability, to craft any type of rune upon it. Orania is a powerful altar indeed. What state it is in after so many millennia, I know not, but it's interesting all the same. So will you teach me the spell? Certainly. Baba Yaga whispers in your ear. And now you know the teleportation spell. Off with you. Go explore.
Okay. Am I going to have enough astral runes to get back, is the question. Lunar home teleport, so yes, basically. Okay. Teleport to Orania. And this is pretty big, because, yeah... Orania is no longer the sort of the runecrafting powerhouse that it used to be. It still has its uses. It really does. To give you an idea of where we are, Castle Wars is here. So a dueling ring would teleport you here, and you could run up like so. There are several clue scrolls that take place here. There are also red salamanders to catch for hunter purposes, and there is a spirit tree just over here. So yeah, and of course, you know, the observatory. So Orania has its uses, and like Baba Yaga was just explaining there, that runecrafting altar is absolutely fantastic for low-leveled runecrafters, especially if you've got lots of energy potions or you've already got your graceful outfit, because, yeah, there's a short path and there's a long path, and there's some danger along the long path, along the short path, rather, that you kind of have to, you know, bear in mind. But yeah, you can craft any rune, absolutely any rune at all, there, and so yeah. Okay, we're going to do that and do that and that, and that needs going in my herblore area. And then what we're going to do is, oh, make sure we grab you and you. Just going to run over here. And we are... Hold on, don't I have... I do. Okay, wonderful. I thought we did. Run over here and change our spellbook back off of the Lunar spellbook. Teleport to the Pirates Enclave. Sounds like a productive session. Thanks for the content and for the help. Love all the voice work on the quest. I'm glad. I'm glad. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and you know I'm not by any means a professional voice actor, but I had fun doing it with the RuneScape streams with Eve and Zelthor, and it just kind of stuck with me, because in my opinion, especially on RS3, all of the quests at this point really should be voiced, and. Look, Jargex, I'm just saying, if you need to hire somebody to come in and do some voice work, you know, I mean, I'm only, you know, what's it take to get me to Cambridge on a plane? Like 2 hours, something like that. It's not a long journey. It's not a long journey at all. But that does bring us to the end of today's stream, guys. It really, really does. And so yeah, apologies, like I say, if you guys are just getting in now. I know I started streaming a little bit earlier, and that's because I've got some stuff that I want to do tomorrow, and I have got a game update, a rather large game update that I've got to get downloaded. So yeah, so I'm going to need to get off to bed here in the not too distant future. Coming up this Sunday, I think I will... Yeah, we got some troll quests, and I don't mean trolling as in, you know, trollololol, I mean, like, the troll quest line. Troll Romance, I need to get that done. Let's see, what else do we have? My Arm's Big Adventure, which I've got to do a Taibo one-eye cleanup, just to get that out of the way. It's going to be a bit of a pain, but hey-ho. Then we can do that hard clue scroll, so we will have another clue scroll to do at the end of next stream, which, yeah, that will be on a Sunday. So So let me see, and then we've got making friends with my arm. These are some long quests, or like relatively long quests. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to get all of the troll quests done in the one go, but it is a Sunday, so we can go a little bit longer than we normally do. So yeah, so that will be on Sunday. I'll be gunning to start at the same time on Sunday as I did today. Obviously, you know, you guys will have a little more ability to show up, especially my American viewers, because, you know, it's not a school night on Sunday. So yeah, so that will be 9:30 my time, which is Central European summertime currently, which is an hour ahead of Britain. And is 7 hours ahead of Central Time in the US right now, or 9 hours ahead of Pacific Time for the US right now. Ziggy, if you are still listening, I believe I am an hour behind you, so it will be 10:30 p.m. your time. And yeah, so that'll be that. It'll be 1:30 Pacific summertime and 3:30 Central summertime in the US on Sunday. So yeah, look forward to that. I know I keep mentioning it. I am also for Platty's benefit, who I believe is just gotten back to us just now. Indeed, I am going through the process of getting GD sorted out. Yes, there are some tweaks I need to make to the subsystem it runs on in order to get it to run smoothly, but I already know what those are, and yeah, that will be ready to go very, very, very soon. I need to do more work on the artwork and all that kind of thing, and obviously I need to discuss with you what is the best day. But for those of you who don't know what the hell it is that we're talking about, Platty and I will be doing some cooperative streams in the not too distant future, so you've got that to look forward to. And of course, coming up, if you aren't already subscribed and you want to know what the sort of the long-term future plans are, especially if you are interested in RuneScape, I will of course be taking part in the Raging Echoes League. I already have music and art assets pre-prepared, and I will be adding more as time goes on as well. So yeah, look forward to that. Stick around if that kind of thing interests you. What else is there to say? Yep, subscribe if you aren't already, like if you enjoyed this video, dislike if you disenjoyed this video. And I hope to see you in the next one, guys. It's been an absolute joy. I've been Sam. I am a free frog. This has been Thursday night. Catch you next time. Good night. Oh, and Platty, don't forget to throw a link in chat so that people know to go over to your channel now, or shortly, for your stream tonight. That's right. I can stop the outro just like that. Go check out Platty's stuff. It's all good fun. Catch you later, guys. Good night.